far right lane. You can't get by, but it's a bit of a squeeze, so use some caution as you do so. Want the right mortgage for right now? Get up to $4,000 cash or ATV's lowest rate on a 5-year mortgage at atv.com/mortgage offer. From Global One, I'm Jackson McNulty.
Okay, 6:30 Ched weather. A few showers this evening, and it's going to be continuing windy this evening and overnight. The low 8. Windy again tomorrow. A few scattered showers and 17. Sunny and 16 on Friday. Sunny and 20 on Saturday. And then for Sunday, clouds and 19. Right now in Edmonton, it is a windy and relatively cool 16 degrees. I'm Randy Kilburn. Your next scheduled newscast is during the first intermission of tonight's Oilers-Dallas game here on 6:30 Ched.
Downsizing, upsizing, or staging your home to sell? Sentinel Storage is Edmonton's team for affordable storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca. Sentinel Storage, proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
The province of Alberta was built on the back of a horse. The Alberta horse racing and breeding industry contributes over $300 million to the Alberta economy annually, and the industry employs over 5,000 hardworking Albertans just like you. Plus, come experience some of the finest live racing in Western Canada at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino every Friday and Saturday. Horse Racing Alberta. For more and to stay up to date, go to thehorses.com.
Experience the unparalleled luxury and the legendary safety the name Volvo is known for. And now reliability follows you wherever your life and your Volvo takes you. With 3-year included maintenance on the Volvo XC40 and XC60. It's peace of mind personified. Discover the distinction of driving a Volvo or rediscover it all over again at Volvo Cars Edmonton. 13-time Excellence Award winner. Experience the difference.
Karen Transportation Systems is hiring. One of Canada's best managed companies and top fleet employers. Karen Transportation is looking for Class 1 professional drivers based in Alberta for short and long haul work. Drivers enjoy competitive pay, assigned units, well-maintained equipment, and benefits in RRSP match from day one. If you're an experienced Class 1 driver with a clean safety record and scheduling flexibility, we want you on the Karen team. Apply today at karentransport.ca/careers. That's karentransport.ca/careers.
Oilers hockey is brought to you by the Butcher Shop at Friesen Brothers. This is the City Ford Face-Off Show on the voice of your Edmonton Oilers. 6:30 Ched.
Yeah, obviously defending is a massive part of the game. Always has been, always will be. For us, it felt like we got stung a lot when we were thinking we were leaving, but they find a way to keep it in or whatever. They seem to keep numbers kind of in behind our D-men, when we think we're leaving. So, yeah, something to think about for sure. Gaining lines is important. Defending, as always, defending the slot. They do a great job of getting point shots through and getting sticks on pucks. So, defending that slot, it's really important. As good as they are off the rush, they're just as good in that area too.
All right, that's Connor McDavid asked this morning about surviving a push from the Dallas Stars, and that will be our measure of success for Modern Measure, Edmonton's leading provider of made-to-measure clothing, located in the heart of Ice District and at mdrnmeasure.com. Rob Brown.
Everything he said is so true. I think in the second period, well, actually both periods, Dallas in the first period was guilty of the same thing. They couldn't get a puck over the blue line. They couldn't get a puck inside a blue line. Their players were leaving the zone, and then the puck stays in. Now they're caught with numbers against them. And in the second period, it flipped, and the Oilers, the same thing as McDavid said. Okay, we think we got the puck. We're sprinting out, and all of a sudden it's turned over, and now you got someone behind you. And a great example was the game-winning goal. service city here in
The Butcher Shop at Friesen Brothers. On behalf of Rob Brown, I'm Reed Wilkins. Thanks for listening to the City Ford Face-Off Show.
Grant from Leading Edge Physiotherapy.
Let me talk about injured professional athletes. When they get hurt, getting them back in the game can mean the difference between winning and losing. And technology plays a role in getting them back. When we come back, we'll talk about that technology.
On the ice, it's a team effort. And at Heartland Ford, they take the same team approach to attaining their one goal, finding you the perfect Ford vehicle. Shay Gannam here, and for a limited time at Heartland Ford, you choose your winning move. Either up to $16,000 off the legendary Ford F-150 or financing from as little as 0%. Heartland Ford, big city inventory, small town pricing in the heartland of truck country. Visit hlford.com.
As someone who helps people get out of debt, the most common thing I hear is, Jordan, I wish I had reached out sooner. And when I ask them why they waited, people tell me I was scared or I didn't know who to trust. My name is Jordan Day, a licensed insolvency trustee at BDO here in Edmonton, and we can make it easier for you to talk about your debt. In person or over the phone, explore all your debt relief options for free. Call 1-833-BDO-TALK or visit bdodebt.ca to learn more.
If you're looking for a truck, make note of the horsepower, study the towing capacity, the technology, but above all, pay attention to how it makes you feel. At Ram, trucks are what we do, designed with you in mind. They're more than just workhorses. They're luxury vehicles, high-performance machines, comfortable cruisers. We don't build one-dimensional trucks because nothing about you is one-dimensional. Visit your Ram dealer today.
When you're here in Saskatoon, experience the river. Foster connections. Spark wonder. Celebrate. Somewhere between big city and small town. Traditional and innovative. Bustling and peaceful. You will discover Saskatoon.
Enjoy summer on your new composite deck from the team at Red Isle Contracting. As Edmonton and area's leading custom deck specialists for over a decade, Red Isle creates amazing outdoor spaces, not just for summer, but for year-round enjoyment. Let Red Isle design your dream deck, built using the finest composite decking available from Fiberon. This low-maintenance decking never needs to be stained or sanded and is backed by a 25 to 50-year warranty. Visit redisledecks.com to schedule your free in-home design and consultation.
Springtime, baby! Let's take the top off and let those puppies breathe! You want an SUV like this? Come and get it! Only blah, blah, blah month for blah, blah, blah months at blah, blah, blah percent financing. Your eyes work, that's the price! On by and let's get down to brass tacks.
At the Cars Near Cost Company, yes, they sell cars, but not like that. They sell cars your way on 156th Street and always at carsnearcost.ca.
Celebrate 50 years of excellence with Jandel Homes, Alberta's premier modular home retailer. Visit our show homes located in Edmonton and Grand Prairie, as well as an award-winning community in Morinville. Come see the difference yourself at our sales and decor centers. Tour a large selection of show homes and start building your dream home with us today. Jandel Homes, celebrating 50 years in business. Visit us online at jandelhomes.com.
Hi, this is Shannon Conlon from Conlon Motorsports, your motorcycle, motorsports, marine, and RV destination, where you'll find everything that'll get you out there. Side-by-sides, fishing boats, travel trailers, quads, and motorcycles. We carry Polaris, Yamaha, Kawasaki, CF Moto, and Forest River, as well as a full lineup of apparel, including helmets, riding gear, and so much more. When you want to get outdoors, Conlon Motorsports is your only destination. Get it here to get out there.
Friesen Brothers Fresh Market Glenora is now open. We're excited for you to come see our new store, which features the finest Alberta meat, including dry-aged Alberta beef cut by master butchers. Treat yourself to our famous sourdough baked fresh by our sourdough bakers. And don't miss out on our restaurant with meals that are sure to please the whole family. There's all this and more to explore and discover. Visit us today at Friesen Brothers Fresh Market Glenora. Find out more at friesen.com.
Now, back to Grant from Leading Edge Physiotherapy.
We think that everyone should be treated like a professional athlete with access to technologies like SwimX aquatic therapy, Ultra G Zero gravity treadmills, and radial shockwave. You shouldn't have to be a professional athlete to be treated like one. LeadingEdgePhysio.com.
This is Oil Country.
Here comes McDavid. This town explodes.
And this is Rogers Game Night. Portions of this exclusive NHL broadcast are brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Built Ford proud. Molson, whether it's Canadian, Ultra, Export, or Excel, there's a Molson with your name on it. And Rogers, Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. Now your host for Rogers Game Night, Bob Stauffer, on the Oilers Radio Network.
Edmonton Oilers making significant changes tonight. Philip Broberg draws in on defense. Ryan McLeod back in the lineup after getting a reset, and Corey Perry draws back in. Warren Foegele, Sam Carrick come out along with Vincent Desharnais. Coming up on Rogers Game Night momentarily, we will hear from Edmonton Oilers head coach Chris Knobloch along with Connor McDavid and Philip Broberg. Edmonton, Dallas, Game 4. Stars up 2-1 in the Western Conference Final on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Brick and the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton Oilers both started right here in Edmonton back in the 70s. And we know nothing is more exciting than playoff hockey. We're next to you in the stands, painted blue and orange, cheering our hearts out. And when we're not there, we're in our stores, making sure you have everything you need to cheer them on in your home. We're proud of this city and its rich sports history. The Brick, supporting the Edmonton Oilers and fans right from the beginning. Let's go, Oilers.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
This is the Game File on the Oilers Radio Network.
I think Dallas, not necessarily, I think their team is fast. I think they play fast because they're well connected and they do things together. Everyone's on the same page. For speed, they definitely have guys who can skate, but overall, the other two teams, I'm not sure they've got more speed than the other last two teams that we saw. But as a team organizational structure, they do have that more speed, and that's usually puck movement. And I think it's important you look at having a team that's playing physical. That's important to have physicality in the playoffs. And it is important to have speed, and we have to evaluate what's important for us, how much speed, how much physicality are we going to compromise, and find the right balance. And we do have some options. We have some players that didn't play last game that can come in the lineup and provide a little more for us.
And the Oilers are going to go down that path. They're going to make significant changes. We'll get to that momentarily. This is Rogers Game Night, courtesy of Rogers, Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. Jack Michaels has the call of tonight's game. I'm Bob Stauffer, Cam Moon, Rob Brown, Reed Wilkins, Brendan Escott, all part of the Oilers Radio Network. Studio producers this season, Kellen Kennedy and Angie Quinnell. Engineer is always Troy Bowler, 8th floor, Rogers Place. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast with Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments and no interest for a year. Connor McDavid, Oilers down 2-1 in the series. He says he knows the team can bounce back.
Yeah, our group responds well. It's a belief in our room that, we can respond in these situations, and I have no doubt we'll do the same tonight.
Oilers injury reports brought to you by MIC, proud partner, official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers are completely healthy. Though they have made 3 changes to the lineups, Yanni Hakanpää remains out for the Dallas Stars. Time for the line of the game, presented by PlayAlberta.ca, an official gaming partner of your Edmonton Oilers. Here we go. It will be for Edmonton: Connor McDavid centering Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Ryan McLeod at left wing, back in the lineup with Leon Draisaitl and Corey Perry. Jack Michaels just mentioned to me that line has not played together all this season. Adam Henrique between Evander Kane and Dylan Holloway. Derek Ryan between Matthias Janmark and Connor Brown. That means Warren Fogle and Sam Carrick, who played the first 3 games of the series each, are both healthy scratches for tonight's game. Matthias Ekholm with Evan Bouchard. Darnell Nurse with Brett Kulak on the right side. Kulak has not played a lot on the right side during his career. Philip Broberg is back in. We haven't seen him since the end of the regular season. He played back-to-back games. I saw him in Bakersfield in Game 2 of their opening round playoff series against Ontario when the Oilers were playing the LA Kings. He was the best player on the ice that night. Broberg draws in. He will be paired with Cody Ceci. And speaking of Philip Broberg, the now 22-year-old Oilers defenseman had this to say on being prepared.
I think the practices we have here in Edmonton, and they make you stay ready if the opportunity comes. So I feel ready if the opportunity is there, and we'll see.
There you go. That's Philip Broberg. Again, he'll be in. Stuart Skinner starts in goal for the Edmonton Oilers. He's 8-5 at 2.76 goals against average, .885 save percentage, and he's facing the guy with the best save percentage of any goaltender in the playoffs, Jake Ottinger. He's 10-6 at 2.09 goals against average, .920 save percentage. 12.5 minutes to face off, and this is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
Get ready to live sky high. Sky Signature Suites offers remarkable units for rent featuring sophisticated floor plans, designer finishes, and breathtaking views. Experience resort-like amenities including a full-time concierge, yoga and fitness studios, golf simulator, plus indoor and outdoor lounges for you to live your best life. Visit SkySignatureSuites.com and make your home high above the ordinary.
You're listening to Rogers Game Night on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 630 CHED, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a great challenge for, I think, the whole team in general. Like what you said, they're on the rush. They're a very dangerous team. They got a lot of speed, a lot of great players that can shoot, a lot of great players that can make some really smart plays. So it's a great challenge for all of us. I think in the room we've done a fantastic job. I'm not too sure exactly what the numbers say, but I know in our standpoint, like, defending on the rush has been very, very good. So it's been great, and they're going to keep on coming. They're like I said, they're a really fast team, so they're going to come out tonight with probably a lot of speed, and it'll be another good challenge for us to face that and battle it out tonight.
That's Stuart Skinner of the Edmonton Oilers. He's the Oilers starting netminder tonight. The Oilers Kids in Oil Country Playoff 50-50 is live for the Western Conference Final. The jackpot is currently sitting at $3.926 million and climbing fast. Buy your tickets now to be eligible to win for tonight's early bird prizes. 8 p.m. for $10,000 cash and 8:30 p.m. for a Ford Maverick. And tonight's Oilers 50-50 is in support of Make-A-Wish Canada, the YMCA of Northern Alberta, and the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation's initiative, Every Kid Deserves a Shot, supporting kids across oil country. We go to Legacy Heating and Cooling. Who's hot and who's not? Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments and no interest for a year. Connor McDavid's been the best offensive player through the first 3 games of the series with a pair of 2-point performances for the Edmonton Oilers. Jason Robertson coming off a hat trick. Last night, Sam Reinhart scored the GWG and OT. The Florida Panthers at home tied their best of 7 series 2-2 against the New York Rangers. 3 straight overtime games between those squads. Game 5 tomorrow night at MSG in New York City. The Moose Jaw Warriors advance to the semifinal of the Memorial Cup as they're awaiting the winner or the loser of tonight's matchup between Saginaw and London. That's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. There's 9 minutes to face off, and this is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through EdmontonsBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 50 member hotels to choose from offering their best value rates. EdmontonsBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through EdmontonsBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 50 member hotels to choose from offering their best value rates. EdmontonsBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
Oilers hockey is brought to you by the Butcher Shop at Friesen Brothers. This is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody. Rogers Game Night, Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth, and we bring aboard inside the game analyst Rob Brown. Rob, sometimes a little perspective is needed. I was thinking back to 13 years ago today, the Edmonton Oilers re-signed Ryan Jones. That was the big story in Edmonton, a 2-year extension. I liked Ryan Jones.
I loved him too. Wish I had Ryan Jones' hair.
But at the end of the day, they were not anywhere near the playoffs. The Oilers are one of 4 teams left. They're down 2-1 to the Dallas Stars. There was a certain segment of the population that's like, oh boy, well, go get it, man. Go play. I get it. Dallas is good. The Oilers are good too. All the games have been close.
Well, they have been. And I keep looking at Game 3. It's a tie game going into the third period. Both teams had a great period. They go into Game 3. The Oilers outshot Dallas 13-2. 13-2, the Oilers controlled the third period. They gave up 2 chances. One was a grade A Duchesne, which was a fantastic save by Skinner, and the other was a chance from behind the net that went in the net, one that Skinner would want back. That's all Dallas had for shots in the third period. So it's not like you have to reinvent the wheel if you're the Edmonton Oilers. You've played well enough to be up 3-0 in this series. The Dallas Stars probably would say the same thing, that they've played well enough to be up 3-0 as well. To me, it's...
Are you surprised by the amount of changes the Oilers are making?
Yes, I'm surprised by the amount of changes. I'm wondering if Desharnais got a bit of a tweak. He's a big part of a penalty kill that's gone 22 straight. So 5-on-5, he has not been as good, but the penalty killing, he's been excellent. I'm very surprised with Perry coming back in and the line that Draisaitl's playing with. Draisaitl, Perry, and McLeod.
They haven't played together all year.
And you're putting the second-best player in the world with 2 guys that were in the press box last game that have a combined 0 points in the playoffs. Yes, that surprises me.
All right, well, let's go to LaFord. Keys to the game brought to you by Ford. Ford is the official partner of your Edmonton Oilers. Bill Ford, proud.
Well, I'll do a lot of what you did last game in the first period. Come out, jumping, come out, getting pucks in deep, being physical when you need to, throwing pucks on net. But the biggest key for me in this hockey game, if the Oilers get the lead, extend the lead. Don't sit back. Dallas is going to have their push, but when they have their push, there's opportunities to chip pucks by and get odd man breaks. So to me, the biggest thing in this hockey game is if you get a chance to extend the lead, and more traffic in front of Ottinger. He's been fantastic in this series, but he can't stop what you can't see. To me, that's very important in this game and this series going forward.
That is our Inside the Game analyst, Rob Brown. Rob Brown and Reed Wilkins will have our end of the roll, first and second intermissions. The door to the Edmonton Oilers dressing room has opened. Stuart Skinner is making his walk to the ice. The crowd is about to go crazy. and the Dallas Stars, live from Rogers Place. But for the Oilers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Think you can't go back to school because you have a family or a full-time job? Yes, you can. Northern Lakes College provides a supported distance learning environment, offering a guided learning setting that supports you to succeed and provides the flexibility to suit your lifestyle. Explore programs in academic upgrading, business, health, human services, resource technology, university studies, and more, including a wide range of courses available through continuing education. The education you want, the flexibility you deserve. NorthernLakesCollege.ca.
Hockey fans, with a spotless reputation, Scandinavian Building Services is responsible for keeping over 70 million square feet of space clean and safe every day. With over 65 years in the industry, no cleaning challenge is too big or too small. From national retailers and commercial spaces to small offices and entertainment centers like Rogers Place, let Scandinavian take the worry off your cleaning program. Visit Scandinavian.ca to learn more. Scandinavian Building Services. Our reputation is spotless.
McDavid trying to come in with speed. Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores.
Hey, Edmonton. Rogers wants you to stay connected to your Edmonton Oilers.
Connor McDavid. Fantastic.
Catch every goal on Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network with Rogers 5G mobile plans. To learn more, visit rogers.com/5G. That's rogers.com/5G.
As the excitement heats up on the ice, why not heat things up at home too with Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. There's no better pairing for hockey than hot, delicious pizza delivered right to your door. So whether you're cheering from the arena or your living room, make sure you've got Pizza 73 on your team. Order now and fuel your playoff passion with the perfect pie. Remember, on game nights, don't just watch, deliver with Pizza 73.
We welcome you back live to Rogers Place for Game 4 of the Western Conference Final. Alongside Bob Stauffer, I'm Jack Michaels from our Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. The Edmonton Oilers will go like this to start. Evan Bouchard and Matthias Ekholm on defense up front. The newly formed trio of Leon Draisaitl in the middle. Ryan McLeod reinserted into the lineup after one game hiatus. And Corey Perry playing for the first time since Game 5 against Vancouver. Stuart Skinner in the pipes. And that's your starting lineup. Brought to you by the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers, Coventry Homes. Here's Robert Clark.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love
tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast.
Here he shoots and scores.
Now it's Draisaitl off to Connor McDavid. Centers Kane for the hat trick. He scores.
All the action called by the voices who know the game inside and out.
This crowd explodes.
Bob Stauffer and Jack Michaels on the Oilers Radio Network.
Dallas leading the best-of-7 Western Conference final by 2-1, heading into Game 4. Edmonton looking to even it up and make it a best-of-3, heading back to the Lone Star State for Friday night's Game 5. Bob Stauffer to my right. I'm Jack Michaels. Reed Wilkins and Rob Brown right behind us. You are with us on the Oilers Radio Network. And Edmonton and Dallas collide. The Stars will make a couple of switches themselves. Roddick Fox in, coming out of the lineup, Craig Smith. And their blue line looks a little bit different. Haskinen's going to play with Lindell tonight. And Harley will slide down to play with Tanev. Opening faceoff, Sagan, Draisaitl, and we're underway in Game 4. Stars in the white and Kelly green with black pants. The Oilers in the blue, orange, and white. And the Stars are guilty of an icing right off the hop. 7 seconds into this first period. Again, your starting lineup is brought to you by our friends at Coventry Homes. And Coventry is one of those places where you get the customizable designs, you get the flexibility. It's all within reach at Coventry Homes. And not only does Ryan McLeod and Corey Perry enter, but Philip Broberg making his playoff debut this season. He played 9 playoff games last year, and his playoff debut came in a must-win Game 6 in L.A. 2 years ago. Draisaitl waved out of the circle. No surprise, Bob. So McLeod will take the straw to the right of Jake Ottinger after the Dallas icing call. Sagan against McLeod, and McLeod cleans him up in the face-off circle. Ryan McLeod coming off his first healthy scratch of the season. A clear and out by Jason Robertson, whose hat trick was pivotal, obviously, including the game-winning goal in Game 3 on Monday night. And the Oilers coming back over the line left to right were whistled for an offside. We'll have a face-off right in front of the Dallas bench, patrolled by Peter DeBoer, making his 7th appearance in a conference final. And he's been there with New Jersey and San Jose and Vegas, and now back-to-back years with Dallas. Draisaitl against Sagan, wins the face-off in the neutral zone. Cleared by Ekholm hard, and that eluded Bouchard, but there to collect is Leon Draisaitl, who's been held off the score sheet in the last couple of games for Edmonton, both losses. Lead pass left wing, sent in deep by Ekholm, and it's sent up the left-hand side, batted down by Draisaitl, and from center ice, he brings it over the line, and again, it's an offside whistled against Edmonton. Linesman Devin Berg and Ryan Daisy, referees Chris Rooney and Francois St. Laurent. Now, I mentioned that not to signify Draisaitl's in some sort of slump. After all, he reeled off 13 in a row with at least a point. But the reason I mention it, Bob, is arguably you could say Leon Draisaitl has been the best playoff player for the Oilers in the McDavid era.
Yeah, there's no question about that. I mean, the points speak for themselves. A two-way game. Edmonton hasn't been successful in the power play during this series. That's played a factor. They're playing a real good team here.
Jamie Benn wins the faceoff against McDavid in the neutral zone. McDavid playing with Nugent Hopkins and Hyman. Dallas able to take over up the left-hand side. An off-balance Benn ahead. And now a shot by Johnston, and he scores. 58 seconds into the game, Stuart Skinner has been beaten. Johnston from Benn. And Wyatt Johnston has 9 in this postseason and 13 in his brief Stanley Cup playoff career.
Well, Brett Kulak, who's playing the right side tonight, he hasn't played the right side a lot. That puck just hopped past him. Johnson had the presence of mind to knock it down, and he rips one high to the glove side on Stuart Skinner. What a pick. The best player in the 2021 draft is Wyatt Johnston so far. He's been the most productive player and a quick 1-0 lead. And now,
are they looking at this?
I don't think so.
Sidney Crosby, Patrick Kane, and Jordan Stahl, Bob, are the only active players in the National Hockey League to have more goals than Wyatt Johnston before the age of 22. Face-off at center. And Henrique will take it. You mentioned has not started a game on the right side all year, Bob. There's Cody Ceci down the right-hand side, wristing it, grabbed by Ottinger, and he'll fall on it. So, Bob, there's 59 minutes left to play. How important are the next 5?
I'd say pretty significant. Now, the one thing we have seen is we've seen both teams take ups and downs and had wild swings in periods, and the Oilers dominated Game 1 of both Game 2 and Game 3, 16-4, and I guess they ultimately said 10-3 in shots. And yet Dallas came back and kicked Edmonton right in the teeth in the second period. So, but I'm with you. I hear what you're saying. Oilers need to have a good go here.
This is a draw, hand pass called.
And number 55, Thomas Harley.
Give Harley a second assist on the scoring play, by the way. Johnston, his 9th of this postseason from Ben and Harley.
Tough degree of difficulty for Stuart Skinner, the first shot he faces.
Blazed over his left shoulder, top right corner from Wyatt Johnston, who had 24 as a rookie and 32 this year. And Bob, you and I were mildly surprised he didn't get enough Calder votes to be a finalist last year. Chipped up the left-hand side, Mason Marchment reaching for it. Grabbed inside the blue line and then swept ahead for Evander Kane. Curled by Ottinger over to Heiskanen. Brushed up to Marchment. Feathered it up the right-hand side for Matt Duchene. He's got the puck in over the line. Duchene pulls up right circle. His team leads 1-0. Shot from distance. Sent wide by Lindell. Got it back and then flipped it behind the net. Stuart Skinner has given up at least 4 goals in 11 of his 25 career postseason starts. And at least 3 goals in 16 of 25. Turnover by the Oilers at center. A late line change. Duchene cross ice, fed to the middle, and intercepted by Nugent Hopkins. He'll send Hyman in from the left-hand side. Defended by Alex Petrovic. Playing in his hometown for the Stars. Just got 1 game in during the regular season. Here's Bouchard to steal. One-timer. And no, whiffing on it. Nugent Hopkins. That pass a little bit to the inside. He then fired a pass McDavid. And his shot may have been tipped high and over the plexi and out of play with 2.5 gone by in the first period. But the Oilers snapped it around fairly well on that shift as they look to bounce back from that stunning early goal here in Game 4 of this West Final.
Well, there are, I know when Canada picked that 2014 team, one of the emphasis from the management team was to ensure that they had lefty-righty combinations, and Kulak playing the right side, and he's back out there. This is his second shift. Now, we saw how he responded after the giveaway that he had down in Dallas.
He's playing the right side with Darnell Nurse on the left, and then Broberg on his strong side with Cody Ceci. And obviously, Bob, you can make the argument, well, it's not really an argument, it's a fact, that Broberg has more experience playing on his offside than Kulak. Down the right wing, here's Connor Brown. Moving to the middle, Nurse a shot, and that was deflected out of play. And thus far, a lot of whistles here Dallas, with some offsides and some pucks deflected out of play and such.
And Dallas blocked a ton of shots in critical times in both Game 2 and Game 3. And they were ultimately 1 bounce better than the Oilers in both games.
Oilers have made a habit of turning in strong first periods. The last 2 games, they've outshot the Stars 26-7 and outscored them 3-1. But they're both losses, and that's because they've been outshot 40-32 the rest of the way, combined both games, and outscored 7-1. Off the draw, a shot by Kulak does not make it through. Hacking at it is Jamie Benn, and now you've got Harley to Ben, and a soft touch played by Wyatt Johnston up to Stankoven. He tried to get it ahead for Johnston, crowding Kulak and freeing it up for Jamie Benn. Stankoven gave it to Ben. Left wing, a blast by Heiskanen sailed high blocker and kicked off the glass to Leon Draisaitl. Up through center, Ryan McLeod. Drop pass overrunning it, Draisaitl. Battling for puck possession, a clear by Johnson, sent across to Evan Bouchard, and he'll send a twisting, wobbling puck into the corner. Heiskanen took a hit from McLeod. Stars hoisted down the middle. That's fielded but offside by Joe Pavelski, the 39-year-old veteran for Dallas. 16-18 to go in the first period, and it is notable McLeod finishing that check. He's had a little jump early, won a face-off. He's off to a good start.
Reset for him. And I know there's a lot of the pundits surprised at how many changes the Oilers have made here. 3, Game 4.
Is it not testament to the fact that, like Dallas, Edmonton has some depth?
100%. Different team than in past years.
McDavid beaten off the draw. Played by Chris Tanev over to the right-hand side. Pavelski off to Matt Duchene. His pass tipped away by McDavid. Recovered by Ekholm. Slid over to Evan Bouchard. Back to Ekholm with 4 minutes gone by in this first period. Dallas leading 1-0. Ottinger, right-hand side for Tanev. Pavelski couldn't bump it out of the zone. Ekholm slides it down low for Connor McDavid. Had a goal and an assist in defeat in Game 3 on Monday night. The final was 5-3 Dallas. Duchene will bring it up through center and backhand it toward the Oiler net. Edmonton won the opener 3-2 in overtime. Dallas bounced back with a win for the split on home ice, 3-1 in Game 2. And thus you're caught up as the Oilers dump it in left to right. Ryan Suter, another 39-year-old, up the left-hand side to Dadonov, and he did not make his way to center. Silly, unforced error that time by Dadonov, who's had some good chances in this series. Failed to capitalize. 4.5 gone by first period. Yet another icing, and this time Edmonton the beneficiary, and a face-off will be at Ottinger's right-hand side.
As you know, we don't think Leon Draisaitl's at 100%, and it's played a factor in the face-off circle for the Oilers, which was a strong point during the season. They're just under 52%. They're at 47% in the playoffs. Dallas has won a lot of draws in the series.
Off the draw here, Edmonton able to come up with it, trying to go short side with the passes of Evander Kane a second time, and it's intercepted by Dadonov. He'll swing it hard off the boards and take another icing call. That's back-to-back icing calls against Dadonov, and like the last one, Bob, it was unnecessary. Had no pressure on him.
Having Henrique out with Holloway and Kane looking for a little bit more balance in those lines.
But they're going top 5 right here with Ekholm and Bouchard, offensive zone face-off. They're going to give Nugent-Hopkins, McDavid, and Hyman a look. McDavid on the draw to Ottinger's right. Nugent-Hopkins in the slot. And false start. We'll do it again. That has been a continual theme of the postseason. A lot of redos on the draws. Faksa for Dallas. And he won the face-off. Ryan Suter back behind his own net. Dallas has depth, too. Faksa returning. He had the game winner in Game 7 against Vegas. Remember, the Stars were down 2-0 in that series in the first round. Rallied to win it in 7. Here's Bouchard, right wing. McDavid cuts right circle, drop past Nugent-Hopkins, and he couldn't pull the trigger. Stars lead pass, breakaway. Rope Hintz shoots, and that went over the net. And Bob, Edmonton needed that kind of miss. A backhander by Robertson and a save by Skinner. That would have been 2 goals on 2 shots. Here's Hintz, wrist shot point blank, and a save made by goaltender Stuart Skinner. And that's a big sequence for Edmonton. 2 clean looks for Dallas. 1 missed the net, and 1 Skinner makes a quality save on.
Well, Matthias Ekholm blew a wheel in the neutral ice, and Rope Hintz can fly. And he was off to the races. We assumed that it was an upper body injury of Hintz. And he got time and space, and he was gone. And fortuitously for the Oilers,
missed the net.
He missed the net.
3 30-goal seasons in a row. So that was exactly, if you're Dallas, who you want to be coming in one-on-one on Stuart Skinner, who suffered his first back-to-back losses since February with the losses in Games 2 and 3. A shot by Lindell redirected home, and Dallas takes a 2-0 lead. Lindell right off the draw. There's the play off the face-off, Bob. You've talked about it off the postseason, and that one might have caromed off of Nurse instead of Stankoven. He's pointing Lindell's way. Time of the goal, 5:29.
It's unreal right now for the Oilers. I mean, Darnell Nurse has had the worst luck possible here. This time the puck just ricochets. Not sure if Stankoven got it. We're going to have to take...
I don't think he did. It went off Nurse, I believe.
It's going wide of the goal. It was going wide of the goal. That's how it's going right now. Got to dig in here if you're Edmonton.
Lindell, an empty netter to seal Game 4. Stankoven pointed at Lindell as if your goal. They're going to announce Stankoven, but I'm going to say Lindell. We'll sort it out. Of course, we had a little confusion in Game 3 as well. Bottom line is the Stars lead at 2-0 and get it in deep. Jamie Benn to Wyatt Johnston. Dallas with a 2-0 lead. Now remember, Edmonton led 2-0 after 1 period in Game 3, and it didn't hold up. So,
well, problem is right now, Jeff, we played 6 minutes. The Oilers don't have a shot on goal.
Stars with a puck up the right-hand side off a skate. That won't be icing. Skinner comes out carefully, leaves it for Evan Bouchard. He's on the ice with Cody Ceci right now, a couple of righties. Ceci's going to come off. McLeod jams it in deep. Checked by Suter down low. Dreisaitl's pass intercepted by Marchment. Lead pass Pavelski right wing, and he misfired on a bid for Matt Duchene. Broken up at the Dallas line. Perry will kick it back to Matthias Ekholm. Stars have outshot the Oilers 4-0 and lead the game 2-0. 13:22 to go. McLeod in over the line. Early first period. Ekholm. A shot tipped away by Dodonov. Rebound Marchment. Won a battle. And here come the Stars. 2-on-2 right to left. Duchene conservatively serves it up on the wall for Dodonov. And Dallas is going to change. Draisaitl will direct a pass over to Ekholm. Lead pass right wing for Zach Hyman. Hyman tried to sneak his way through Lindell. But in a disjointed start right now for Edmonton. Hyman's pass deflected away. Fox ahead for Sam Steele. Playing near his hometown of Sherwood Park, about 20 minutes from Rogers Place, and that shot deflects out of play with 12:41 to go before a stunned capacity crowd at Rogers Place that have seen the Dallas Stars, fresh off a victory in Game 3 on Monday night, take control of this one early. It's 2-0 for the visiting Stars, looking to take command of this best-of-7 West Final. They lead the series 2-1. They lead Game 4 2-0. We'll be right back with more for Dealers NHL Hockey, the Oilers Radio Network.
International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 955, is one of Alberta's largest and most diverse union locals in the province. Members work in everything from construction and maintenance to pipelines, renewables, healthcare, education, municipalities, and more. They are a big part of Alberta's past and will be a big part of Alberta's future. Apprenticeship, jobs, pension. That's IUOE Local 955. Visit joinustoday.ca to learn more, and let's go Oilers.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuss shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Chemco is building industry across Canada, and now they're on the lookout for civil and electrical project managers, estimators, and superintendents to join their dedicated team. Why Chemco? Because Chemco cares. They put people first, offering top-tier compensation packages and an unwavering commitment to safety. At Chemco, safety isn't just a priority, it's everybody's business. Ready to be part of a team that truly values you? Visit chemco.com/careers today.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Face off to Stuart Skinner's left-hand side. Dallas 2, Edmonton no score here in Game 4. As the Stars look to take command of this series. A chance in front, a backhander, and a lunging stop made by Stuart Skinner. Good chance for Tyler Seguin, who's had all kinds of chances in this series. Now the other way, Bouchard, and he somehow missed Connor McDavid. That pass eluded the Edmonton captain. Robertson is able to knife it out of there back to center. What a chance at the other end, Bob. Could have been 3-0, and Seguin denied by Skinner. Up the right-hand side, a hard hit on McDavid. He'll go nowhere against Essa Lindell. Flipped out by Heiskanen to center. McDavid not with much speed. Stankoven pried it loose for a moment. Nugent-Hopkins kicked it back to Ekholm. He'll look for some room down the middle. Pulls up inside the blue line. The Stars back off, and here's a chance. Zach Hyman hard to the net. A shot and a save made. Ottinger tested for the first time tonight. That's Edmonton's first shot. And it comes more than 8 minutes into the hockey game. Stars Heiskanen waves it in. Stankoven in on the forecheck. Connor Brown over to Philip Broberg. Broberg has played 81 regular season games and 10 more in the playoffs for the Oilers. He played game 82. Derek Ryan stepped up. And now it's Matthias Janmark. Fourth line has had a good series for Edmonton. Ryan and Janmark trade the puck down low. What a spark it would be if the Oilers could get something depth-wise. Clear Broberg through CC, and the Stars force Broberg back into his own end. Broberg located Ryan up the middle, pass deflected. Ottinger carefully clears up the right-hand side. That was not a rotten decision, rather a good one by Ottinger. Jamie Benn able to muscle a clear up to Wyatt Johnston, soft chip, and that's going to be fielded by Darnell Nurse back in his own zone. A second goal appeared to ricochet off Nurse and behind Skinner. And that's where we stand, 2-0. An errant pass will lead to an icing call against Edmonton with 10:36 to go in the first period. And thus far, Zach Hyman, the only shot on goal against Jake Ottinger. And Bob, he's a darn good goalie. He's 12-1 in his last 13 starts on the road. But you got to do better than one shot in 9.5 minutes.
100%. The Oilers with a little bit of a disjointed start here. Doesn't help you give up a goal in the first shot of the game, which was a 2-on-1. Got to dig in, and then an unlucky bounce on the second one, but they've missed a couple opportunities too, Jack.
Stars with the Oilers forcing back to center off the draw. Edmonton left to right. Nurse sends it deep into the zone. Taking a big hit, sent down Chris Tannen. Kulak unable to hold the line. Pressure from Marchment, and now slithering through is Matt Duchesne. He'll be cut off by Nurse, leaves it for Kulak on his backhand, chipped it not far enough for Holloway, held in by Joe Pavelski, who has just one goal in this postseason. Holloway up the right-hand side. Kane able to negate, but stripped, and Marchment the other way for Dallas. Weak shot, top of the left circle. Easy save made by Skinner. Marchment on his own rebound will give it up. Sent out to Heiskanen up top. Lindell left circle fires, and that deflects wide of Skinner short side. Hacking at it, Heiskanen cannot hold the zone. Leon Draisaitl will chip in charge with 9.5 to play in the first period. Dallas has taken a 2-0 lead in Game 4. A soft toss up the right-hand side. Dodonov streaking onto the ice will negate icing. He'll pull up in the corner, curl it back door, and he just missed Sam Steele. That pass careened off the corner board. Steele able to keep it alive momentarily, but then Corey Perry was able to nudge it ahead for Ryan McLeod. Now Draisaitl. Edmonton has something here. McLeod from the goal line trying to go back door. Draisaitl double team. Perry steps up, gives it up for Leon Draisaitl. Now Perry spinning behind the Dallas net. Perry, of course, played for the Dallas team that went to the Stanley Cup Final. Here he fires, and that was deflected behind Ottinger off the glass, taken away from Draisaitl by Foxa, and the Stars manage a clear to center ice. Bouchard up the gut, looking for Draisaitl. They'll shovel it down deep. Edmonton needs a change with 8:40 to go in the first period. Not a bad shift for Edmonton, perhaps something to build on. Robertson will backhand it in deep. Broberg up the right-hand side. Cody Ceci can't get there. Here's Tyler Seguin. Sharp angle, tried to stuff it in front. Deflected, and that'll feed Edmonton's transition game. Nugent Hopkins will dump it in. He's with Zach Hyman and Connor McDavid lurking in the slot, but Dallas able to bust out. Heiskanen angles a pass up the right-hand side. Good play, and it's reversed quickly by Broberg. Now, here's McDavid to the net short side, and a save made by Jake Ottinger, and he'll freeze it with 8:09 to go in the first. Nice play by Broberg to send it the other way.
He's been fine.
But Edmonton outshot 6-2 thus far in the first 12 minutes of Game 4. One the Oilers would figure to need to get. They're down 2-1 in the series. They're down 2-0 tonight. A lot of time left, 48 minutes to be exact. We'll be right back with a portion of those 48 in just a moment with Ford Dealers NHL Hockey and the Western Conference Final. The Oilers Radio Network.
There's only one line of trucks that's outsold all others for 58 years. Only one with the available Power Boost hybrid engine on select models that delivers performance and efficiency. It's the truck that all others are measured by. You know the one. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Right now, lease the 2024 F-150 STX with black appearance package at 2.49% APR for up to 24 months with $4,800 down. That's just $228 bi-weekly. Visit your Alberta Ford store or Ford.ca for details.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
When you play the largest 50-50 in sports, everybody wins. Your support makes all of oil country a better place. A place of kindness, caring, and compassion. Uplifting those in need, changing lives forever. The largest 50-50 pot in professional sports is currently growing by the second. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com and help change lives today. Maybe even your own.
AGLC license number 645766.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
McDavid between Nugent Hopkins and Hyman. Offensive zone draw. Jack Michaels, Bob Stauffer with you. And our Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. It's Dallas 2, Edmonton, no score. 8 minutes to go, first period. McDavid controls off the draw. Nugent Hopkins will wrap up on Heiskanen. We have not had a penalty called yet in this game. Nugent Hopkins to McDavid, tried to curl it out in front, went off the side of the net. Dallison attempted clear, knocked down by Bouchard, and forked down low for McDavid. Shadowed by Heiskanen, sent it out to the point for Matthias Ekholm. McDavid let it go through this time. Nugent Hopkins also held off the score sheet in the last two games, and the Stars get a clear from Wyatt Johnston, who scored the first goal less than a minute in. Blasted in by Ekholm on net. Ottinger kicks it out. Pitchforked safely out by Heiskanen. And now the Oilers attack the Dallas blue line one more time. Zach Hyman, 13 goals to lead all Stanley Cup playoff scorers. Gives way to Bouchard. Can't get it in deep initially. Janmark tags back up, and McDavid will swing it to him. Janmark will try to freeze the puck down on low, but 1-on-2 he can't do it. And Pavelski with a clear. Nurse to Kulak strides in from the right-hand side. Here's Janmark, button hooking on the half wall. He'll send it around the boards. Janmark was on that team with Corey Perry that went to the Stanley Cup final for Dallas, only to lose to Tampa. And now an icing call would be whistled against the Stars. 6:55 to go in the first period. And Dallas with a 2-0 lead.
Well, unlucky bounce in the second goal. Oilers slowly working their way into the game, but Dallas has been the better team. They got the jump.
When you're down 2-1 in the series, I don't know how slowly you can work your way into the game.
It's a fair comment, but we've seen a bit of that out of Edmonton. And they played great the first two.
Dallas did it in games 2 and 3, so there you go. There's your point. Draisaitl wins the faceoff. Nurse fires one off the corner boards, taken by Lindell. And the Stars will try to move it up the right-hand side, and Duchesne does exactly that. Might have put too much on it. They'll wave off icing. Our 50-50 jackpot sitting at $4.2 million, and you're eligible for early bird prizing right now. If you buy tickets, $10,000 cash. Here's Nurse to Perry over the line. A wrist shot juggled by Ottinger. Rebound score! Ryan McLeod, and boy, did he need that. His first point of any kind in the playoffs, and he puts the Oilers right back in this game. It's 2-1 in Game 4.
A rare mistake, Jack, from Jake Ottinger. He spills the rebound, and the Oilers with a hard net drive on the plate. Nurse drops it off. Corey Perry fires it on goal, and Darnell Nurse cycled out of Ryan Suter. And Suter tied up Ottinger, and there was a loose change in the side of the goal.
And where was Ryan McLeod on that goal?
3 feet in front of the net, which is where you got to be.
First goal for Ryan McLeod since March 21st. He and Perry with his first points of the playoffs. Darnell Nurse gets a point as well on that goal. And suddenly, the Rogers Place crowd has been revived. It's 2-1 in Game 4. McLeod with his fourth career Stanley Cup playoff goal. Off the draw, the Stars get it in deep. Broberg up the left-hand side, and you're right, it's a mistake by Ottinger. Let's see whether Dallas shows any sign of being rattled. Ryan Suter up the right wing. Roddick Foxo will backhand it in. And this crowd is right back in the game. It's exactly what Edmonton needed. And how about Chris Knobloch inserting Perry and McLeod, and they hook up for Edmonton's first goal. Sam Steele pokes it free. Dallas giving ground. Heiskanen reversing back into his own zone. Here's a puck lofted down the left-hand side. Bouchard up the right-hand side. Evander Kane had it taken away. Rope Hintz to the right side. Moving in, unable to get a shot away was Tyler Seguin, who kept it alive. Hintz fires a pass off the right skate of Robertson. He recovered, hit Lindell the trailer. A shot deflected by a sliding Holloway, and then hopped into the far corner, and Edmonton able to regain. 5:20 remaining in this first period, but now this sellout crowd is in an uproar. McLeod hits Draisaitl down the seam. Wrist shot denied. Ottinger shows what he's made of with a sterling glove save. 5:13 to go in the first period, but no question about it. The Oilers are back in the game, and so is Edmonton, the city. Dallas 2, Oilers 1. We're back with more live play-by-play from a frenetic Rogers Place. This is the Stanley Cup Playoffs, the Oilers Radio Network.
From your home to the ice rink, ATCO Energy is there. As the official energy provider of Rogers Place, we're also proud partners of the Edmonton Oilers. ATCO Energy, powering your place. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822.
Even though your 20s are behind you, you still get to have firsts. Like the first time your knee hurts after a morning run. Or the first time you felt certain muscles after a workout. Whatever your pain, Advil Liquid Gels are here for these firsts. Advil Liquid Gels provide liquid fast relief for everyday aches and pains, so you can get back to your everyday active life where firsts still happen. When pain says you can't, Advil says you can.
Ready to score big on your outdoor space? It's game time with Park Landscaping. Transform your backyard into a winning arena with Park Landscaping's expert team. From design to maintenance of lush lawns and state-of-the-art synthetic turf to inviting pools and captivating water features, Park Landscaping will make your outdoor space the MVP. Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in the game with Park Landscaping. Call 780-486-2744 today or email info@parklandscaping.ca.
You're listening to Oilers Hockey on 630 CHED and on the Radio Player Canada app.
Face-off coming right side of Jake Ottinger and the Dallas Pipes. 2-1 our score. Stars lead Game 4 this Western Conference Final. They lead the series 2-1. They lead this game 2-1. Ryan McLeod putting the Oilers on the board, and a shot off the draw taken by Darnell Nurse is on net. Ottinger makes the save. Robertson guides it ahead. Seguin to Hintz, and his shot deflected into the far corner. That's grabbed by Corey Perry. Up the left-hand side, Draisaitl down the middle. McLeod, a shot, save made by Ottinger. McLeod tried to go back to that far post. Ottinger had kind of lost his net a bit, and Dallas able to clear successfully by Lindell.
This line has 4 of Edmonton's 7 shots in the game. It's working. They might not have played together this year, Jack, but they look okay so far.
They look like, well, McLeod looks like he's been in the league as long as Corey Perry tonight. Here's a shot off the draw, redirected behind McDavid, and that was wired up over top of the net by Zach Hyman. Held in by Ekholm down low, and the Oilers continue to smoke after that goal by Ryan McLeod seemingly revived everyone in the building. Bouchard wound it around the boards, took a weird hop off the stanchion and reversed to Thomas Harley. That might have caught the official, yeah. Harley up the left-hand side. Wyatt Johnston lost the handle. Ekholm will serve it up the left-hand side, and now you've got McDavid in over the line left to right. Tried to go back door, and that wasn't there. Broken up by Stankoven and cleared by Johnston. Bouncing puck out of the reach of a desperate lunge from Mason Marchment, and the Oilers were able to power their way through the middle. Here's Nugent-Hopkins off a check. McDavid's free. A shot denied. Rebound score. And this game is tied. Evan Bouchard sliding back door. Pumps it into the back of the net. And Edmonton is tied. Game 4. 2-2.
No lead is safe in this series, Jack. used to be you got up 2-0 on the team, the dead puck era, and it was over. And that time the Oilers, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins kept the play alive. Quick little interior pass. McDavid, shot pass, just put it right on the net. And it deflected, kicked out right to Evan Bouchard, who activated it and had a yawning cage.
2 goals in less than 3 minutes have turned Game 4 on a dime. And that could not have been deflected any harder or more accurately to Bouchard. As you said, it's like McDavid was playing pinball, and he pumped it right off the right pad of Ottinger, and Evan Bouchard deposited it at home for his 6th of the postseason. Bouchard from McDavid and Nugent-Hopkins, and we got a brand new Game 4. Stars will lift it inside the Oiler blue line as we resume the action. Holloway off balance, kept it alive, got it back from Adam Henrique. He's in, tried to center, stolen away by Matt Duchesne. Pitch forked out into the high slot. Snatched away Henrique, backhands it, wide of Ottinger, rebound. You've got Holloway. 2 Stars collapse on him. Dallas running around a bit for the first time in a while. Henrique to Ceci, fires it wide, side of the net. Stars can't get there. Holloway in the vicinity. Suter looks to move it up the right-hand boards. Marchment, the puck nudge, not out just yet. Held in briefly by Henrique, and now both teams want to change. Suter, Stars barely avoided too many men on the ice call, but now they're going to take a trip as Connor Brown was hacked to the ice surface. A no-doubter. And the Stars look unnerved for the first time in this series. It'll be Radek Faksa going to the box, and Edmonton to the power play, looking to take the lead after falling behind 2-0 early. 2:43 remaining. The Stars got away with it, too many men, but then Faksa just shot down Connor Brown.
Well, the special teams have been a factor in this series. The Oilers' penalty killing's been terrific so far, 7 for 7, but so is Dallas's. 5 for 5. Really, it's 0 for 4 Edmonton. They had about 15 seconds on one BP late in game number 2.
Draisaitl moved out of the circle, replaced by McDavid. So Draisaitl will line up in the high slot.
Got to win draws, Jack.
Hyman between the hashes to McDavid's immediate right. Face off to Ottinger's right. The Oilers have reeled off the game's last 8 shots on net. Face-off win, Wyatt Johnston. And now it's Dallas kind of looking at a prolonged dry spell. And they had Skinner on the ropes, Bob, and they didn't take advantage. Here's McDavid. Off the draw, maintaining, centering. Bouchard lines it up, slap shot, save, Ottinger, rebound loose. McDavid trying to tuck it home, drags it behind the net, on his backhand, stuffed it in front. Bouchard, dishes, Nugent-Hopkins, McDavid off the post. Rebound cleared, Sam Steele. McDavid raised his arms. He thought it was in, but it appeared to kick off the goalpost, and the Oilers must retrieve back in their own zone. Just kissed the right post. In from the left-hand side, Nugent-Hopkins swings it around the boards. Now you've got an opening for Draisaitl. McDavid gets it back from Bouchard, top of the right circle. Crowd buzzing. McDavid buzzing. Around him, centers, and Hyman could not steer that one home. Draisaitl gets it back from Bouchard. Faked one-timer. McDavid rolls to the net. Short side. Looking, peering, still looking inside. Then back to Bouchard in the high slot. 50 seconds left in the Atco power play. Bouchard a brief bobble. Then back to McDavid up top. Defended by Hintz. Rolls to the corner. Centers. Nugent-Hopkins kicked it back. Bouchard, Nugent-Hopkins between the circles. Back to McDavid. Left face-off dot. A shot save. Ottinger. Rebound loose. Dallas can't find it. It's still being smacked around. McDavid in front. One-timer sent wide by Draisaitl. And Tanev will clear down the left-hand boards. Edmonton's first unit will come off. Skinner way out. Hung on to that puck and poised as could be, just handed it off to Darnell Nurse with 15 seconds left on the Atco power play, your trusted Alberta retailer. It's Atco Energy, minute to go in the period. Oilers try the left-hand side, it's not there. Stars thought about trying to make a play. Jamie Benn thinks better of it, and the Dallas captain clears to drain the remaining power play time. We're back to 5-on-5. The Stars get out of the Faksa tripping minor. Here's McLeod. with 35 seconds to go in the period. Around the boards, Corey Perry could not hold the zone, and it snapped in by Wyatt Johnston. Around the board, Stankoven to Johnston, cuts inside on his backhand, sets it up. Shot Robertson, deflected harmlessly out of play into the crowd by Corey Perry. 22 seconds left in a highly entertaining and eventful first period. We're tied at 2.
The stick was in the, he dropped the stick on the end line. McDavid went to put it in, and that stick kept the puck out of the net. He would have caught the corner of the goal.
And McDavid wasn't sure whether Ottinger threw the stick, so he wasn't motioning thinking it went in. Right. He was motioning thinking, did Ottinger throw the stick? But he had already dropped it.
Got to win the draw here and kill the final 22 seconds. Can't give them a scoring opportunity late in the period here.
Face-off win for Adam Henrique. Bouchard will play it up the right-hand side. Did not get it out. Robertson left circle for the Stars. Could not manage a shot on net. Holloway skates away from traffic. He'll elude Tyler Seguin. Use the net as a screen. Carry the puck up to center with 6 seconds to go in the period. Wow. And though he turns it over, it doesn't matter. No Robertson to Seguin. Here's a chance for Hintz at the horn. Had it blocked by Ekholm, and Seguin probably made one extra pass there that he didn't need to, and that cost the Stars a potential 2-on-1. I didn't think they had enough time, but Dallas, that lightning quick in transition, was able to get a 2-on-1 going, and McDavid wants clarification on the play we just discussed with that loose goalie stick in the crease. I think he's still kind of pleading his case there. The shots wind up 11-6 for Edmonton. Let's go down to the man who opened the scoring for the Oilers. Ryan McLeod's with our Brendan Escott.
Well, and Ryan wasn't even in the lineup to do so last time around, so just take me inside your mind and what it was like to contribute in that fashion in the opening frame of this one.
I just came in with a mentality that was going to work, and I get to the net, and the puck was sitting around there, and I was like, I put one in.
You guys did a great job snatching momentum back in the latter half of that period, but maintaining momentum is something that you guys have to prioritize. How do you do that?
I think just play desperate all the time. We kind of been taking our foot off the gas and get a little comfortable, and I think we can't do it against this team because they can score a lot of goals fast. So I think we just keep our momentum going and keep our foot on the gas. Should be good for us.
Appreciate it, Ryan.
Thanks.
Jack?
Thank you, Brendan. He ends a 30-game drought in terms
He almost got
of goals.
another one. He almost
well, that was the best line in the first period, I thought.
Draisaitl had a great look. Corey Perry almost banged home a rebound when it was 2-1. And then obviously Bouchard on the shot pass off the pad of Ottinger from Connor McDavid, which is what you got to do. The Oilers, give them credit, Jack. They got punched in the gut. The second goal, ricochet. We're not even sure.
This crowd was quiet.
We're not even sure if the Dallas player touched it or if it went in off of Darnell Nurse. Whatever the case, they're down 2-0 at home, down 2-1. And they had nothing going in the first 5 minutes. And then they got the game going. And it was a different hockey game and outshot Dallas 10-2. Jack, twice in that period. Once the referee picked the Edmonton Oilers, and then right at the end of the period, that chance that they got on the counter, the linesman picked Holloway as he was going up the ice and got in the way, and Edmonton was lucky that they elected to pass up. They could have got a shot.
Yeah, Seguin, that extra pass, he didn't need to make it.
I don't think he realized how little time was left. Anyhow, bottom line, you're tied at 2 at home after 1 after being down 2-0. Take that all day. Keep that momentum and energy going. And they got to their tempo and pace, Jack. That was a big thing. And Chris Knobloch, goes to Calvin Pickard game 4 against Vancouver. Then he goes back to Stuart Skinner game 6. Pulls Corey Perry out of the lineup. Then he inserts Adam Henrique in the lineup. He scores. Pulls Ryan McLeod out. Puts McLeod back in. With Perry. Those guys were all over it with Leon Draisaitl. We hadn't seen that line together. They've never played together before tonight. Well, they had one bad shift, and then they were going. So there's some things that have worked here. I thought Broberg looked settled. He made quick, decisive actions when he was under duress with the puck, got the puck up the ice.
I also thought it was important for Darnell Nurse to be involved in something positive. He contributed to that goal as well by McLeod.
He's had a tough playoff, and he was involved, and they got going there. And for the first time, Dallas looked a little askew. And Dallas is a good team, but the Oilers got some tempo and pace, and they got to build on that in period number 2.
Game tied at 2. It's a pivotal Game 4, and something's got to give. Edmonton has won the last 4 Game 4s it's played over the last 2 postseasons. Dallas has won 5 consecutive Game 4s. I don't know whether those numbers mean a whole lot. All I know is that one team will see that victory streak broken. And you talk about a pivotal swing. 3 games to 1 as compared to 2-2 and a best of 3. Monumental when you get to the Final Four in particular, where the margins are so slim, as we saw in the first period, where Dallas, like Edmonton, took a 2-0 lead. Only this time the Oilers were able to get the game even before the period was even out, and as a result, it's 2-2 heading to the second, and heading to break will do. Right here on the Oilers Radio Network, we've got Reed Wilkins and Rob Brown standing by. Stanley Cup playoffs, Game 4 of the Western Conference Final. Right here, the Oilers Radio Network.
Legacy Heating and Cooling Jingle auditions take 1 for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Are you ready, guys?
We were born ready. Heck yes, Nuge. Drop the beat. Call Legacy. Call Legacy. We freaking killed it, Nuge. That's what I'm talking about, Zachary Martin Hyman.
Nice guys. We're going to sell a lot of air conditioners.
Hey, doesn't Legacy offer no payments and no interest for a year on those?
Yeah, well, thanks for the assist on the copy points there, Nuge.
It's just what I do.
Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Stay connected with your community and enjoy the latest updates and exclusive access to concerts and events by becoming a 630 CHED Insider. Don't miss out on a single moment.
Sign up now at 630ched.com
and click on CHED Insider Newsletter to become a vital part of Edmonton's premier news and talk community. 630 CHED, Edmonton's news, today's talk.
Where Edmonton stays informed and entertained.
Today and every day. The intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Here's Nurse to Perry over the line. A reach shot juggled by Otcher. Rebound score. Ryan McLeod. And boy, did he need that. His first point of any kind of the playoffs. And he puts the Oilers right back in this game. It's 2-1 in Game 4.
And Bouchard would score less than 3 minutes later. It's 2-2 after the first period of Game 4. That was your look into the highlight zone for Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos, 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Alberta, next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. Rob Brown, some classic playoff punch and counter punch in that first period. Dallas scored on 2 of their first 4 shots. They led 2-0, 5:29 into the game. It took the Oilers about 8.5 minutes to get a shot on goal. Credit to the Oilers, though. They turned the tables.
Well, the first 5-6 minutes, Dallas had some chances, yes, and they scored a couple goals. I mean, they scored one on a bad pinch. Then they scored one that was very lucky. Darnell Nurse did what he was supposed to do. He kept his man way away from the net, gave the goaltender Skinner eyes to be able to see it, and the puck that's going 4 feet wide hits Nurse and goes in the net. Just bad luck for the Oilers, but it wasn't, though they were under complete duress. Then the Oilers started pushing and started getting their opportunities and capitalized. Both teams, I think, gave up some grade A looks. There were a couple 2-on-1s going both ways. The Oilers very fortunate at the end of the period that the Stars ran out of time. It was probably a little looser defensively, and probably because the Oilers fell behind, they had to open it up, and that meant Dallas followed suit. But it was 2 good teams that are capable of turning mistakes into goal-scoring chances very quickly. And the entertainment value continues to impress here in this Game 4 of a series that allows the winner to go to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, and the Oilers wind up out-shooting the Stars in the first period again, though it didn't look like it was going to go that way. 12-6, and both Oilers goals on rebounds, Rob. Maybe the first minor gaffe by Ottinger in this series when he didn't control the rebound and didn't find it. And then Bouchard gets the rebound off the kind of shot pass by McDavid. I mean, look, to me, and I know this goes for a lot of goalies, but I think especially a player of Ottinger's caliber, you're not going to beat him clean. You got to look for a rebound and get to that net.
Yeah, Ottinger, the first one, I think the Perry shot surprised him a bit, and he blocked it. And he was still in a good spot. He was about to cover the puck, but Darnell Nurse, and I can't remember, the Dallas Star defender got tied up. And they got tied up, and they took, as Ottinger's about to put his hand on the puck, they took Ottinger out of the play. It was a good play by Nurse driving the net. He took the defenseman with him. I believe Tanev was on top of the back of Ottinger. The other player knocked Ottinger backwards, and the puck just laid there wide open for McLeod to come in, who took his time and made sure the puck went in the net. So it was a great drive-by Darnell Nurse that created chaos in front of the net, and Ryan McLeod went where he's supposed to go. Hung out in the blue paint, and a very important goal at that point for the Edmonton Oilers.
And Ottinger sometimes makes saves when he's not even holding his stick. So he lost his stick. McDavid knifes the puck from the side of the net on the power play. Looked like it was going to go in the far post. Ottinger's stick was there. And, I mean, that's like a 1 in a million, Rob, because it could have hit the stick and still kept going. I know I had a buddy text me and say, could they not award a goal because it's the goalie's stick? And I checked. There's no way they could have a thrown stick, or you can't pull the goalie and leave a stick or a piece of equipment across the goal line.
No, he dropped his stick.
Just incredibly bad luck.
Yeah, bad luck for the Oilers and Connor McDavid. And that puck could have hit and gone in. It could have hit and stayed. It could have hit and done a lot of things. And fortunately, on the Dallas Stars side of it, hit and moved out of the way. We're watching a replay of the McLeod one. Nurse went through and he was tangled up with Ryan Suter. And Suter took out his own goalie, Ottinger, and all of a sudden there's a wide open net for McLeod to score. And I agree, Bob and Jack talked at the end of the period. That was the line that we were surprised by. That was the best line of the period. They had a number of good chances. Ottinger made a fantastic save on Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl picked up speed, got it in the neutral zone from McLeod, and he went one way, threw the puck back the other way. Ottinger made a good save. Again, this is 20 minutes down of a game that we figured was going to be a one-goal game. The one thing that we have seen is the Dallas Stars have a game plan. They are flipping pucks up, and they are putting players behind the Oilers defensemen. The Stars probably a little unfortunate. They didn't get a couple more odd man breaks. They just missed a couple breakaways where the puck just went past their players. So it was a period where the Stars have a game plan, and the Oilers eventually figured out a bit and caught the Dallas Stars in the neutral zone, and the Oilers through the neutral zone picked up some speed, and they got a few great chances through the speed today.
And just really quickly, Rob, I mean, that first goal, McLeod from Perry and Nurse, two guys who didn't have a point, and Nurse who's been under fire. And look, I stand by what I've said, that Nurse needs to play better, but if he didn't have bad luck, he wouldn't have. I mean, the first goal, he takes a minus. He's flat-footed on a 2-on-1 after Kulak misses the puck on the boards, and then the second one, box your guy out. Well, he's got his guy boxed out 15 feet to the left of the net.
Well, there's
and it goes in off his butt.
4 minuses that I just have off the top of my head. 2 tonight where he did the right job on both. The goal last game where he forced Robertson on a 2-on-1 to go behind the net. That was a great play by Nurse. And then the Zadorov one in the Vancouver series that scored from the point where Nurse pushed him wide and deep. So there's 4 minuses he got that where he did the right thing on all 4. He has not played as good as he needs to play. He knows that. He can be better. But I texted our buddy Struds during the first period that Nurse is having an Ian Cole type of series. Yeah. Ian Cole in that Vancouver series is a better player than we saw, but everything he touched went wrong. And that's what we've seen so far with Nurse here in this series. Hopefully that goal that he helped set up by Ryan McLeod gets him going in the right direction.
Early bird draws after the game tonight. The 50-50 draws after the game tonight. Early bird at 8 for $10,000, $830 for a Ford Maverick. 2-2 after 1. Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Look, I know this is radio, so it's hard to show you how much is on sale during the Big One clearance event at End of the Roll Flooring Centers, but it's a lot. Like this flooring, or this one, and all these. Yep, all at clearance pricing for a limited time. Now, you don't need to just imagine what it would look like, though. You can use our visualizer at endoftheroll.com to upload a picture of your room to see the flooring in your actual home. Try it. Find something you love, then get a great deal on it at the Big One clearance event on now at End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So, what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
Hey, Parents, do you work in downtown Edmonton? Childcare is hard to find, but at Kepler Academy, inside Sun Life Place, we still have some space for children 12 months to 6 years old. Located at 101 23 Hull Street, Kepler Academy Sun Life Place is an award-winning early learning and childcare provider, voted Edmonton's top choice for 4 years in a row. Visit KeplerAcademy.ca. Mention this ad and your registration fees will be waived.
This is Global News. First intermission, I'm Randy Kilburn. The age of that boy killed in that hit and run from early this morning that 6:30 Ched's been telling you about might surprise you. Global's James Dunn has the updates.
Police say at 4 a.m., a 13-year-old boy was riding his bike on 34th Avenue between Millwoods Road East and 48th Street. He died at the scene after paramedics found him. The youth has not been identified by EPS. Now a search is on for a blue 2014 to 2018 Mazda 3 sedan or hatchback that likely has damage to the front and driver's side. Anyone with dashcam footage or potential witnesses is asked to get a hold of EPS. James Dunn, Global News.
You can see stock photos of the vehicle in the story. It's on our website at 630ched.com. I'm Randy Kilburn. Your next scheduled newscast is during the second intermission of tonight's playoff game here on 630 Ched.
Until June 8th, make the shift to more savings at Fountain Tire and get up to $200 off a set of 4 select tires, plus a bonus $50 off any service of $150 or more. Restrictions apply. Financing available. Book online today. I can tell by the look on your face you're thinking about it.
Discover the epitome of elegance at Alberta Diamond Exchange, dedicated to crafting unforgettable moments with exquisite jewelry collections for over 2 decades. From stunning engagement rings to timeless wedding bands and anniversary treasures, the Alberta Diamond Exchange commitment extends far beyond I do. Your journey with Alberta Diamond Exchange is not just about jewelry, it's about an unparalleled experience. Check out the Aspen Glen Landing Boutique in Southwest Calgary, and for more information, head to avdiamond.ca today.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
Until June 8th, make the shift to more savings at Fountain Tire and get up to $200 off a set of 4 select tires, plus a bonus $50 off any service of $150 or more. Restrictions apply. Financing available. Book online today. I can tell by the look on your face you're thinking about it.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
At the Memorial Cup, after 2, Saginaw and London 2-2. And the Blue Jays lead the White Sox 3-0 in the 7th. Pizza 73 Scoreboard, official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. 2-2 Oilers and Stars. They're coming out for the second period. Jack and Bob have it. Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oilers fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to the Edmonton Airport. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, you can always enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options or try your luck at off-track betting. And now you can feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Century Casino has it all. Come for the action, stay for the fun.
Proudly headquartered in Edmonton, Capital Power is powering change by changing power. Be part of the energy and join Capital Power in cheering on our Edmonton Oilers. From Ice District and across oil country as they chase another championship banner. Visit capitalpower.com to learn about how they're delivering reliable and affordable power for communities today and creating innovative solutions for a clean electricity future.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
50-50 jackpot sitting at $4.5 million as we welcome you back inside raucous Rogers Place. And early bird prizing, well, you still got another 20 minutes to buy your tickets to get in for $10,000 cash and a Ford Maverick. Make-A-Wish Canada, YMCA of Northern Alberta, tonight's beneficiaries. Oilers 2, Stars 2, drop of the puck. Second period, and we're underway with Dallas having control and off the draw. Rope Hintz forces it inside the Edmonton line. Kulak whips it over to the right-hand side. Evan Bouchard there. Tucked back in by Dallas's Jason Robertson. Kulak tries to get it over to Corey Perry. Nurse low-bridged by Hintz. Draisaitl ducks down with possession of the puck. McLeod and Perry. A strong start to this hockey game. Edmonton fell behind 2-0. Now Ben picks the pocket of Leon Draisaitl. Tried to hit Stankovic driving to the net down the right-hand side, and he was bumped off the puck. So no scoring chance develops. And Ryan McLeod, who broke a 29-game drought this year, and 28 games had gone by since his last playoff goal, which of course came in Game 3 of the conference final against Colorado. He did not score in last year's postseason. He's off the schneid. The Oilers got back in the game, but they're guilty of an icing call here down the right-hand side. They outshot Dallas 12-6 in the first period, and Bob, as you astutely pointed out, they did it by outshooting Dallas 11-1 after falling behind 2-0.
They also won 62% of faceoffs in the first period. Dallas has dominated. As the games have gone on, Dallas has won more draws.
Well, and Dallas did score off a draw. Off the draw, this time in the Oilers zone, it was cleared out by Darnell Nurse up the left-hand side. Jack Michaels, Bob Stauffer, Reed Wilkins, Rob Brown with you. Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth off the Dallas dump-in. Skinner sifts one up to Ryan McLeod. Bumped in by Adam Henrique. Here's Miro Heiskanen for Dallas up the left-hand side. Duchesne's outlet intended for Marchment, intercepted by Henrique and played back to Cody Ceci. Paired with Philip Broberg tonight, Ceci in close quarters locates Evander Kane, and the puck sent up the left-hand side. Broberg will skate into it, well defended by Heiskanen, who then got tripped up and lost the puck. Dylan Holloway on it for Edmonton. Oilers have had the only power play tonight, failed to capitalize. Here's Broberg, and by a razor-thin margin as McDavid put one off a loose goalie stick in the crease. If that doesn't hit the stick, Edmonton leads after the first period. Here's Essa Lindell for the Stars, tried the left-hand side. Marchment got drilled by Cody Ceci, and what do we have? Away from the play, a whistle.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Marchment is shaken up, but he's back on his feet. Did that puck?
Oh, the puck hit him in the face.
Hit him in the face, so they whistled it down just in the interest of player safety.
Yes.
That's what it was, and they made that change about 6-7 years ago.
Jack.
Now, meanwhile, off underneath, Marchment is going for repairs.
You wonder about another change. Do they change the rule on leaving a discarded goalie stick right where Jake... Is that a rule they look at?
Well, I don't know. I mean, did he deliberately leave it? We'd have to analyze that play.
And then you're going to have to go, well, what goes in?
And that's a subjective call.
Yes.
Face-off controlled by the Stars. Played up the right wing boards by Dodonoff, and in over the line, Fox, a long-range shot sent to the corner by Stuart Skinner. Rebound cleared up to Ekholm by Bouchard, and a soft toss chases Dallas back into his own zone. Harley did not get much on that clearing attempt. Dodonoff wanders over, 2 or 3 hacks at it, finally puts it down the middle of the ice, and Skinner forced to cover with Fox right there, and they gave him a bit of a quick whistle there. Skinner wanted to move that puck, and quite frankly, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is right to plead his case a little bit.
Well, the Oilers also, Dallas and their fourth line on the ice, were trying to execute a change. Now their fourth line a lot of confidence from Pete DeBoer.
Well, like I said, Fox had the game winner in Game 7.
They can play that line against anybody.
So now Hintz on the draw against McDavid. Wanted quick snapshot and a save. Skinner protecting against Robertson, who again had the hat trick in Dallas's Monday night victory at Rogers Place by a score of 5-3. Here's McDavid heading for the net, and he blistered one high and wide, and that careened off the glass and out of play with 17:13 remaining in the second period. Robertson's game winner came with 8:06 to play in the hockey game, and the Stars basically, even though they didn't have a shot for the first 10 minutes of the third period and had 3 in the period as a whole, got the only 2 goals of the third, the last being an empty netter.
Well, the degree of difficulty on Skinner made an unbelievable save and a great net drive by Matt Duchesne. And then it was a 2-on-1 by Robertson.
Right.
And he executed.
He put it where Johnston did.
Yep.
Up the left-hand side. Robertson up the left-hand side. That was actually his first goal of the game. The winner was beautiful short side. Yep. Here's Hintz trying to center. And he gave some credit to Jeff Reese, the goaltending coach for Dallas, for scouting that hole on Skinner. Centering pass delivered by Robertson, intended for Sagan, broken up. Brett Kulak backhands it up to Corey Perry on the right-hand side, but he's closed quickly by Ryan Suter. A couple of 39-year-olds dueling there. Rope Hintz, who had 2 assists in his return to the lineup on Monday, to Robertson. Around the boards, Miro Heiskanen. His shot deflected away by Kulak. And Dallas, a pretty good shift here. Centering pass, Hintz does not thread it through. Draisaitl the steal against Robertson. Change of pace and tried to center. And that went through untouched and cleared by Sagan. Up through the middle. Robertson looks tired at the end of his shift. Lost the handle. Stars wisely did not touch the puck there. Esa Lindell, that would have been too many men. Then he tried to serve it up for Wyatt Johnston.
Wasn't too many men on Edmonton.
Wasn't too many men on Edmonton. I think it's an inadvertent whistle.
Yep.
And a face-off will come on the dot right in front of the Edmonton bench. If anything, that whistle might have benefited the Oilers as Lindell was looking for the home run down the seam.
Now we're going to have a draw. I think they're going to move the draw to center ice.
As they should. That was just an erroneous call by Devin Berg and corrected by his fellow officials, and a face-off coming to center. And Jamie Benn, a quick chat with Logan Stankoven, the rookie who joined the club mid-season. He was leading the American Hockey League in scoring at the time, and he contributed down the stretch in the regular season and has been on the score sheet 7 times in the postseason. A dump in, little snow shower on Ottinger, and now some pushing and shoving develops in front of the Dallas Nets. Ceci just kind of sent a one-bouncer in on Ottinger, who did not like the extra attention he received around the net.
Janmark snowed him. Matthias Janmark, Jack.
He's coming.
He's desperate. He is desperate to stay in this league. He's going to earn himself another contract if he wants with the Oilers. He's played well. I mean, he's fought a couple times. He's been a very effective penalty killer. He's a real good support player for this team.
And I know he had double-digit goals last season, Bob, but I would say his second half this year was the best stretch of hockey he's played as an Oiler. And I'm including the playoffs in that. And you know what? It basically goes back to that fight. I mean, that kind of kick-started his campaign. Derek Ryan chased out of the circle, replaced by Janmark, who, of course, both of those players have been integral in Edmonton's run of 21 straight kills. Oilers setting a club record. They haven't given up a power play goal in 7 straight games. Off the draw, Ryan muscling his way behind the Dallas net. Heiskanen eventually wrestled the puck free with help from Ben, and a clear by Heiskanen to Wyatt Johnston. Now Jamie Benn. He's checked immediately by Broberg. Serves it up. Heiskanen, a shot off the shoulder of Skinner. Juicy rebound. Popped wide by Johnston and Stankoven, reaching for it. Back to Heiskanen across to Lindell. A one-timer. Kick save made by Skinner. Rebound out into the slot and cleared by Connor Brown ahead for Janmark. Against Heiskanen, takes him out wide. A backhander short side, clipped the side of the net. Nearly 5 minutes gone by. Second period, we're still tied at 2 in Game 4. Edmonton was down 2-0 early and has recovered. Ekholm, the Nugent Hopkins, little spin, shovels it down low. Zach Hyman wins the battle from behind the Dallas Knight. He fired, and that sailed through untouched but wide. Rebound
rebound. Ekholm to McDavid. Beautiful move. Tried to go cross ice and it was poked away. Hyman able to maintain. Brought it to the blue line. Held it in. Wrist shot. Juicy rebound issued by Ottinger. Icing call coming against Jamie Benn. And the Oiler crowd roars its appreciation of that shift. You know what? Dallas had taken it to Edmonton a couple of times early in this period. That's a good bounce-back shift if you're an Oiler fan. And Dallas will be defending a face-off to the right of Ottinger. Draisaitl to take it.
They're
loading up. Draisaitl, McDavid, and Hyman. But off the face-off, Dallas. Heiskanen had a chance to clear. Johnston did, but they're going to wave off icing. They're going to wave off icing. Skinner will leave it. And Bouchard up the left-hand side. Draisaitl wide open in front. Hyman backhander denied. Ottinger, a monumental save. Here's Connor McDavid. Tried to bank it. Ottinger doesn't know where the puck is. It's lodged between his right skate and the post. And he's able to freeze it with 14:22 on the clock. What a feed from Draisaitl to Hyman. He was stopped by Ottinger. And all of a sudden, Bob, I didn't hear you complaining about the icing call there because it translated into a great chance.
Bouchard made a tremendous stretch pass to Leon Draisaitl, and Leon threaded the needle to Hyman, and that's Jake Ottinger. He's got the best save percentage of any goalie going in the playoffs, and he robs Hyman on a signature move that Hyman has mastered this season.
And he tends to get better as the games move along. He's got a .945 save percentage in the third period in overtime. As you mentioned, of the goaltenders left standing, his .923 is the best. Won 12 of his last 13 starts on the road, dating back to March. 10-6 in the postseason. Skinner is 8-5. Holloway beaten off the draw by the wily veteran Joe Pavelski, and the Stars look to break out left to right. Thomas Harley with control of the puck finds Tanev. Up to center, he'll send it in. He got drilled by Holloway. Holloway doesn't mind getting hit, and he loves to hit himself. Turned over by Dadonov in the neutral zone. Evander Kane stymied right at the Dallas line. You got four players trying to pry that puck out of there. Kane finally won the battle. Holloway with the puck drifting off his stick. Played to Pavelski by Ottinger. Up the boards to Dadonov. He's able to control and from center ice shoot it in. Skinner to knock it down, and Darnell Nurse looks up ice. 13:40 to play, second period. Game 4 is tied at 2. Oilers trail the series 2-1. Nurse was not yet at center, and that's an unforced error. Icing call as that pass too hard for Evander Kane to handle. 6.5 minutes having elapsed in this second period. The Oilers have outshot the Stars 16-10 tonight, each team with 4 shots in this second period. Johnston, and for right now, Stankoven has been credited with his 4th postseason goal, though Bob and I believe it's Lindell's. We'll see as they continue to review it. Off the shot, pinballed by Petrovic wide. Rebound Evander Kane at center, and he'll slide it in off the backhand side. Dallas went up 2-0, and then McLeod and Bouchard with goals to tie it. That's where we sit. Robertson in over the line, left to right for the Stars. Right circle, quick snapshot, and a save made. Stuart Skinner, who issues no rebound. 13:10 to go, second period. We're live at sold-out Rogers Place. This is Game 4 of the Western Conference Final. Ford Dealers NHL Hockey continues in just a moment. The Oilers Radio Network.
When you play the largest 50-50 in sports, everybody wins. Your support makes all of oil country a better place. A place of kindness, caring, and compassion. Uplifting those in need, changing lives forever. The largest 50-50 pot in professional sports is currently growing by the second. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com and help change lives today. Maybe even your own.
AGLC license number 645766.
Hockey fans, with a spotless reputation, Scandinavian Building Services is responsible for keeping over 70 million square feet of space clean and safe every day. With over 65 years in the industry, no cleaning challenge is too big or too small. From national retailers and commercial spaces to small offices and entertainment centers like Rogers Place, let Scandinavian take the worry off your cleaning program. Visit Scandinavian.ca to learn more. Scandinavian Building Services. Our reputation is spotless.
From your your home to the ice rink, ATCO Energy is there. As the official energy provider of Rogers Place, we're also proud partners of the Edmonton Oilers. ATCO Energy, powering your place. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Back inside Rogers Place, Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Jack Michaels, Bob Stauffer. We're approaching the midway point of Game 4 with a score tied at 2. Dallas has seen a 2-goal lead get away. Stars lead the series 2-1. Game 5 will be Friday night in Dallas. We'll have it for you at 6:30 Mountain Time. And then if the Oilers win the night, we know a Game 6 will be played. And that'll be Sunday at 6 o'clock at Rogers Place. If Game 7 becomes necessary, you're talking next Tuesday back in the Lone Star State. Off the draw, Ryan McLeod will send it in deep. After the puck, he'll club it behind the net. Rope hits to Chris Tanev. Center ice, taken away by Broberg. Given back to Dallas, but Hintz can't find Sagan, and here's Leon Draisaitl. Sagan tried to borrow in and take the puck from him. Tanev dug it out off the half wall, tried to hit Hintz. Draisaitl defending. Cody Ceci taps it over to McLeod. He hits Broberg in over the line. Philip Broberg's shot was blocked. Broberg looking for the puck, can't find it. And Harley busts out left to right for the Dallas Stars. One-handed in by Sagan, crashes into Cody Ceci and sends him against the boards in the Edmonton zone. Broberg comes up with it, fires a stretch pass to Connor McDavid. Change of pace on Esa Lindell. McDavid against Lindell. Waits, serves it up. Bouchard fires high to the glove side. And talking with the Bakersfield staff, the last send down for Philip Broberg, they say he arrived as one man and went back the other way, a changed player. Sent in deep, Steele. Far more confidence than Poles. Steele closed off the puck. Nugent Hopkins a clear. Lindell, Steele, did he get a puck touch? They rule he did. Ekholm will whip it around the boards and finds an opening for Ryan Nugent Hopkins. He'll send it in from center. Ottinger guides one over to Heiskanen. He'll leave it for Sam Steele. Pitchforks it out to center. Ekholm will knock it down. He'll fire it in. Ottinger knocked it down, left it for Petrovic. 11:25 remaining in this second period. Dallas 2 at Edmonton 2. Heiskanen lifted it over Connor Brown. Chance for Jamie Benn. Hard to the hole on his backhand. He's had a good series. Benn waits. Goal and 7 points in this series for Jamie Benn. He's got 2 more apples tonight. Hard to the net, Johnston. They've changed the second Dallas goal back to Lindell from Benn and Heiskanen, as Bob and I originally suspected it would be. Petrovic defending his line after that errant toss came off the corner board. Stankoven, Jamie Benn in over the line with Johnston, but Johnston snuck in prematurely. Offside whistled against Dallas. 10:49 to go, second period. Game 4 still tied at 2.
Philip Broberg, Jack, as you know, I saw him play his last game as a Bakersfield Condor this season when they got eliminated by Ontario. And he was head and shoulders. And Brent Clark was very good. He could move the puck, made one terrific play. He's going to play next year for the Kings as a puck moving right shot deep. But Broberg was the most dominant player on the ice. And he didn't always transport it. And we've seen tonight, he's been willing to transition. He's gotten to let the puck do the work. Made a lot of real good passes up ice.
Fired in by Tanev. Down the middle of the ice, Nurse to Evander Kane. Left wing shot deflected up and out of play with 10:35 remaining in the period.
That one hurt Tanev. He ate that puck. He's going up. He'll be fine. He plays a ton. Surprised how much he's playing. He's playing 23 minutes a game. He fronts a lot of pucks.
Why are you surprised? That's why they got him. Hakanpää's injury changed the whole structure. They basically go with 5.
Yeah.
Petrovic's going to play 10 to 12 minutes.
And what I would say is I expected Tanev to play 19 minutes a game, but the injury plays a factor with Hakanpää, who is a pending UFA, by the way.
You were probably basing it on Hakanpää returning at some point, and he is not.
They have another prospect coming that's a real nasty, big, hard-nosed hitting defenseman. Play down in Texas.
Wyatt Johnston up the left-hand side for Joe Pavelski. He's erased by Nurse, pitchforked in, and skating into the puck will be Wyatt Johnston. Curls it behind the net for Pavelski. Took his eye off it, and Nurse will make him pay. Sending it up to Adam Henrique. Pavelski briefly held the zone, and now Holloway able to snatch and deliver for Evander Kane. Left wing against Miro Heiskanen. Tried to stuff it inside. Now you've got Holloway chested up, and a 4-player scrum develops in the corner. Joining the fray and throwing his body around a little bit on Pavelski is Leon Draisaitl. You got 6 guys going at it. Pavelski jousting with Draisaitl. That's a fierce battle between 2 veteran war horses. Pavelski's got more on the odometer. Holloway tried to put it inside, broken up. Johnston finally to Pavelski, and now left wing. Here comes Matt Duchene, and he'll just feather one down low beneath the goal line. Retrieved by Broberg with 9:20 to go in the second period. Draisaitl gave it away at the line. Tried to feed it in front to Jason Robertson, out of the reach of Duchene, and poked back the other way for the Oilers. McLeod forechecking. Good bust up by Ceci at his own blue line. Here's Corey Perry weaving, circling, centering, wrist shot deflected wide. What a chance and what a look from Corey Perry. McLeod looking for his second goal of the night. Draisaitl's down in a heap, and he's shaken up, and I believe this is no penalty, but again, checking on a player. I did not see a penalty signaled. 8:54 to go in the second. Now, you can get some help from your linesman if there's a potential high stick. And while they discuss, Bob and I will take a 90-second break. We are tied in Game 4. Rogers Place, downtown Edmonton. It's 2-2 with the Oilers looking to even the series at 2 games apiece. On the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm proud to call myself an Albertan. You know, after years of touring this great province in my Ford F-150, I've learned the value of driving a tough, capable, smart truck. Whether you're working for the weekend or long-hauling it like I am, there's an F-150 for every Albertan, with plenty of options to choose from, like available Pro Power on board. So if you're looking for a new truck, stop by your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 955, is one of Alberta's largest and most diverse union locals in the province. Members work in everything from construction and maintenance to pipelines, renewables, healthcare, education, municipalities, and more. They are a big part of Alberta's past and will be a big part of Alberta's future. Apprenticeship, jobs, pension. That's IUOE Local 955. Visit joinustoday.ca to learn more, and let's go Oilers. Ready to score big on your outdoor space? It's game time with Park Landscaping. Transform your backyard into a winning arena with Park Landscaping's expert team. From design to maintenance of lush lawns and state-of-the-art synthetic turf to inviting pools and captivating water features, Park Landscaping will make your outdoor space the MVP. Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in the game with Park Landscaping. Call 780-486-2744 today or email info@parklandscaping.ca.
You're listening to Oilers Hockey on 630 CHED and on the Radio Player Canada app.
8:54 to play second period. Game tied at 2. Neutral zone faceoff upcoming.
Leon Draisaitl still having an animated conversation. He thinks he might have got a piece of a butt end there from Ryan Suter.
He did. Right in the left ear. Faceoff win for McDavid. Wristed down deep by Bouchard, and that hops out of play. Face-off will remain in the Dallas zone. 8:48 to go in the second. Crowd urging the Oilers on. Bob, it's been a while for both clubs. We have not had a shot on net in the last 6 minutes. Airtight out there.
Think of this game. All Dallas for the first 5 minutes. They're up 2-0. Then the Oilers...
Really the first 10. I mean, Edmonton did not get a shot until 9 minutes deep.
And then they got a bunch of them.
Outshot the Stars 11-1 down the stretch. Tied the game in the process. Stars up the right-hand side off the draw. Cut off was Dodonov. He's able to get it back in. McDavid, right side. This is a line 1 versus line 4 matchup, with Edmonton having the advantage. A misplay in the corner by Lindell. A centering pass off the mitt of Zach Hyman, and the Stars were able to nudge back through center. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins back inside his own blue line. Up the middle of the ice and waved at by Foxa, and back into the Edmonton zone. Bob, they're not going to call that. Whoa. Here's a turnover. Jamie Benn. No, he's got to tag back up. Benn waits for Bouchard to control that puck and then backs off. Bouchard looking for McDavid up the left-hand side. Heiskanen poked away. Nugent-Hopkins will fire it in. Ottinger to knock it down for Dallas. Esa Lindell has control of the puck. We've only had the one power play tonight, and it was about as obvious a trip as you could hope to see. Stankoven checked into the corner. The puck traverses up the right-hand side. Neither Kulak nor Brown could get it out on that wall, so it's reversed over to Nurse, and he'll fire a pass, and I'm not sure Janmark got a touch there. It's icing against Edmonton. And again, Nurse that time, not a lot of touch on that pass. Evander Kane earlier in the period, and that time Janmark. That's a tough one for Janmark because he wrong foots him a bit.
Yeah, he's a left shot, and he was swung around a bit. So the Oilers...
So when that pass comes up on the wall, he's got to spin almost 270 to get his backhand on.
Big draw here for Derek Ryan.
Pavelski won it. Matt Duchene sifted down low for Pavelski. He's run into the boards by Nurse. Around the wall, Ryan Suter. And an assist on the game winner in Game 2 by Marchman. A tip in. Harley off to Duchene. Shakes free. Has not been on the score sheet since his overtime winner ended the Colorado series, but here he's drawn a holding call. Duchene held up near the shoulders by Derek Ryan, I believe. And now it's Duchene rolling up top, fighting through a check, shooting, and that was deflected. Stars get the extra man on. It's Robertson, and the crowd hearing it. Down low, one-timer, shot wide, and Edmonton able to come up with a puck touch. And the Dallas Stars, for the first time tonight, will be on the power play. They're 0 for 7 in the series. 24% in the postseason.
Well, the problem here, Derek Ryan's the Oilers' right shot.
Yeah, he goes over with Nugent-Hopkins first over the boards every penalty kill. So now you've got, and Fogle, another penalty killer, not available because he's a healthy scratch for the first time all season. So now on the PK, you're going to start with Henrique and Nugent-Hopkins.
Well, and Nugent-Hopkins is only 34.4% on the faceoffs, but he's actually done a good job.
I was going to say, he's won critical draws on the PK, especially the 5-on-3
but it's
against
going to be Henrique here.
Yeah, understandable, but that's a little deceptive in my opinion. Henrique won the draw, and it's slapped down the ice by Ceci. Ottinger kind of lost sight of that puck, and after it was Heiskanen. He rolled it ahead for Jason Robertson, and now Pavelski attacking left to right. This is a Napa Auto Parts penalty kill, and the Stars guilty of an offside, pouring across the line with a game tied at 2, 6:34 remaining in period 2, and 1:46 left in the holding call against Derek Ryan.
And with no Vincent Desharnais out on the PK with
another
Matthias Ekholm, we're going to see Kulak's going to have to take on some penalty killing minutes.
Which is not, unheard of.
Right.
Henrique against Pavelski, but to your point, Ekholm and Desharnais typically first over the boards. Off the draw, Ekholm taps it back for Kulak up the left-hand side. Henrique sneaks through traffic, kicks it back for Kulak, and he'll bide his time, wind it up, and fire it down the ice. But yeah, without Ryan, who's in the box, Sam Carrick, no right-handed shot on the PK. Here's Pavelski, touched on, heading for the net. Ben fires a shot that handcuffs Skinner up around the clavicle, but he made the save, and that allowed Henrique a length of the ice clear. The Stars power play down to 1:10. Matt Duchene from Heiskanen. Rushing up ice is Wyatt Johnston. Fires a pass. Duchene couldn't get there. Neither could Marchment. The Oilers control in the far corner. Pried loose and back to the point. Thomas Harley took his eye off on But it was recovered by Johnston and Duchesne. Harley this time shoots, and that was blocked in front. And it's Connor Brown, 2-on-1 shorthanded. Brown in over the line, left wing, centers, one-timer, score! Matthias Janmark has given Edmonton its first lead of the night. 3-2, shorthanded against his former team.
Jack, you mentioned he was coming. This guy's been due. And Connor Brown serves it up for him, and Janmark finishes it off.
There's your depth. What a finish by Janmark. That pass kind of short-hopped him a little bit, and he's still able to bury it past the prostrate Ottinger. Short-handed goal at 14:31. A massive goal. Potentially a series changer. Stars power play, 41 seconds remaining.
Still got to survive it, Jack.
Off the draw, Robertson. Checked by Ceci, inside to Ben. Tried to center, deflected away by Ryan McLeod. Here's a steal and a clear by Nugent-Hopkins. In Game 3, 2 nights ago, Edmonton led 2-0. Dallas came back to lead at 3-2. Tonight, role reversal in Game 4. Stars 2-0 lead, long gone. They trail for the first time tonight. Robertson in over the line. Pavelski. 8 seconds left on the power play. Janmark a clear. Brown challenging. Give Ekholm a second assist on the scoring play, by the way. But the Oilers have killed off 22 in a row in the postseason, a club record. Now a steal by Draisaitl to Hyman. Back to Draisaitl. Shoots and scores! 4-2! Edmonton extends to a 2-goal lead. 2 goals in 51 seconds.
The Oilers load up their big guns, and Connor McDavid forces a turnover at neutral ice and a give and go, and Hyman finds it to Draisaitl. Edmonton up by 2.
Draisaitl's 10th of the postseason. Sound just rolling through Rogers Place. Stankoven the other way. Fires a shot. Skinner makes the save on. Big hit. And that one might have hurt Zach Hyman. Hyman landed the hit, but he's hurt. Shot off the left skate of Skinner from distance from Lindell. Keep an eye on Zach Hyman. He wants a replacement right away.
Shoulder. Right shoulder for Hyman.
Stars with the puck. Wyatt Johnston will give it up. Stankoven. In over the line, Lindell. Draisaitl back on the score sheet after a 2-game absence. Hyman set him up. McDavid will get the second assist. A shot by Stankoven, a save made, a rebound, and Skinner able to stop that as well against Dadonov, who's been snake-bitten in this series. Holloway pushing the play up the right-hand side. Kane fires at a save made by Jake Ottinger with 3:40 to go in the second period. The Oilers have turned a 2-0 deficit in the first into a 4-2 lead in this second period, and this crowd will send you to break. Pulsating playoff hockey inside Rogers Place. Edmonton 4, Dallas 2. This is Game 4 of the West Final. The Oilers Radio Network.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
McDavid trying to come in with speed. Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores!
Hey, Rogers customers and hockey fans. Rogers wants you to win big this Stanley Cup playoffs.
Connor McDavid! Fantastic stick.
You could win a VIP trip to the Stanley Cup Final, plus hundreds of prizes, courtesy of Rogers Beyond the Sea. For your chance to win, visit Rogers.com/Stanley Cup. That's Rogers.com/Stanley Cup.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Face off left side of Jake Ottinger, 4-2 Edmonton. In Game 4, the Oilers scoring 4 unanswered goals, 2 in the first, 2 in the second. 4 different goal scorers up and down the lineup. Bob McLeod, Bouchard, Janmark, Draisaitl.
1 special teams goal in a series, huge.
Off the draw, a save on Henrique by Ottinger. And a rebound down low in the corner. Ottinger had won 12 of his last 13 on the road. Broberg's shot redirected, curled back in front. And he had not given up 4 at any point on the road in this postseason, but Edmonton on him. 4-2. Dallas, of course, with a 6-1 record. You're not going to give up 4 when your goalie's averaging 1.7 against.
Don't beat yourself here if you're
Matt Duchesne in from the left-hand side. Oilers crowd the far corner. Holloway tried to peel it loose and did so. Henrique angles a pass up to Evander Kane. Checked by Petrovic. Got a stick parallel on Kane. Rode him into the far corner boards. Oilers penalty kill has been a revelation in the Stanley Cup playoffs. They've given up goals in exactly 2 of Edmonton's 16 games. Here's Bouchard. Mishandled the puck. Sagan unable to keep it in the zone. And here comes Zach Hyman. No problem. Thought he was shaken up for a second, but he's okay. Now against Heiskanen. Ridden behind the net. Off to Ekholm. A blast from distance and a save made by Jake Ottinger with 2:23 to go in the second period. The Oilers at one point in this game were getting outshot by a count of 5-1. Since then, 22-9. And the Oilers have scored 4 goals in a row over that stretch. And the big thing for me, Bob, is everyone's involved.
Yep. That's what you're going to need to beat a team as good as Dallas, Jack.
Because they have everyone involved.
Yes.
Here's Ekholm across to Bouchard. He'll swing it over to Connor McDavid. Now Bouchard, left circle snapshot and a glove save made by Ottinger with 2:12 on the game clock. It's worth noting, by the way, that the Oilers now have 15 players with a goal in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Stars have 16. So the depth advantage perceived in favor of Dallas may not be as great in actual practice. McDavid lining up against Johnston. And I'm not saying it wasn't fair to perhaps think that, but the numbers tell a different story. Puck popped out through McDavid, in over the line, Jamie Benn, and his shot deflected away by Ekholm, and that actually crawled into the mesh behind Stuart Skinner, who, again, hasn't seen a lot of rubber. And it's worth noting, I mean, Edmonton has not given up a ton of shots throughout these Stanley Cup playoffs. They're typically giving up around 22, 23 a game.
Yeah.
Even in Game 3, outshot Dallas 29-22.
You know, Rob Brown just pointed out, we mentioned Tanev blocking that shot. He's been able to get through those. Guess who hasn't had a shift?
He hasn't been back. Face off. Johnston lost it. The Oilers carry it up the center. And it's shot in by Corey Perry. Ian McLeod inserted into the lineup for Game 4, and it's been pivotal. Shoveled the other way. Miro Heiskanen settled on one bounce by Kulak. Over to Darnell Nurse. Left-hand side, McLeod. Broken up. And now you've got Stankoven looking for Wyatt Johnston. Checked by Nurse. Rolled in front. Broken up. Johnston still on it. Oilers crowd him. Kulak pins in the corner. Stankoven wrestled to the ice surface. Nurse works him over. Out to the point, Lindell. A quick handoff, Harley. His shot bounced off the end board. Skinner protects the far post, and Dreisaitl's there to gather. And with 1:10 to go in the second period, and his team leading 4-2, here comes Draisaitl. Gives it up. Perry, a shot, doesn't make it through. Draisaitl just scored his 10th of the playoffs moments ago. Now he has the puck back. Hits Ekholm with a drive, and that sailed wide. Rebound, Draisaitl. Deflected out to Bouchard, and with less than a minute to go in the second period, it's wound around. Edmonton wants a line change. Sam Steele will hand off to Harley. The Stars have managed just 14 shots in nearly 40 minutes tonight. Here's a pass deflecting out of play into the third row in the Oilers zone. Now, the deflection occurred in the Dallas zone, so the faceoff is going to come all the way back to the right of Jake Ottinger.
Leon just got off the ice. I don't think you load him up here.
Well, it's a different time of game, too.
4-2, you're up. Got to keep everybody involved, and Henrique's been real smart. And
just as we say that,
out comes Nugent Hopkins and David and Hyman.
So they want the top line. A little different. Draisaitl just left.
They're having to play Petrovic more with Tanev out. And Alex is a good Edmonton guy that, give him credit, worked his way. Hadn't played the NHL since 1819.
5 years. One game in 5 years.
Got to get to these guys.
Pavelski against McDavid, who won the draw. A lunging attempt for a clear from Marchment did not pan out. And now Nugent Hopkins barrels right into Petrovic, his one-time teammate. Petrovic, to his credit, able to recover, swing it up the right-hand side, and the Stars direct a pass up through the middle of the ice. Mason Marchment in over the line, right wing. 15 seconds to go, getting worked over by Bouchard. Petrovic will try to hold the line. He did so for Matt Duchene. Tried to duck inside. Was checked off the puck. Pavelski double team. Centering pass through Duchene. Petrovic looking for a lane. Fires, and that shot was blocked. Rebound Duchene. Gives it up for Pavelski, and the horn will go. And the Edmonton Oilers score the only 2 goals of the second period. And a 2-0 deficit with 6.5 minutes remaining in the first period for the Oilers has become a 4-2 lead heading to the final 20. And here it bears repeating, Edmonton not good in this third period thus far in the series. They've been outscored 7-0 over their last 4 games. If you go back to Game 7 against Vancouver, 5-0 in this series. And now you've got a 2-goal lead, Bob. You cannot afford to try to sit back and nurse this one home. The Oilers have 20 minutes to get this series tied.
Jack, if they don't have Chris Tanev, and even if they do, you have to think he's a little bit compromised after blocking that shot. They got to attack the right side of Dallas's D, and they got to pound Dallas's defensemen. Every chance they get to finish checks, they need to finish checks, and they need to play the game in Dallas's zone with tempo and pace. And you know what? They dressed the faster lineup tonight. McLeod has given them something. And he's had success in spurts playing left wing with Leon Draisaitl, because Leon can put the pucks in space for him. And what else does Leon like? He likes somebody that goes and gets him the puck. And Ryan McLeod can get him the puck. Then Holloway, he's been a driver. They have speed. McDavid on the first line, McLeod on the second line, Holloway on the third line. He's been hunting all game long. And then you got Janmark and Brown that can skate in the fourth line. They've got some speed. Broberg has been quick and decisive when he gets the puck. He's getting the puck up the ice. He's not hesitating, which means you're spending less time in your zone. Oilers with a little bit more speed against a team that plays faster than anybody we've seen. With all due respect to LA and Vancouver, they're not the Dallas Stars. No. Oilers are right there. They've earned.
Well, they're not right there. They're ahead.
They're ahead, but I'm saying they're right there in the position that you want to be in. Close the deal out, and let's make it a best of 3.
Well, and that's why you play these games, is to find out what exactly it looks like. And for me, Janmark and Brown have been vital series.
That's massive.
And then you've got Henrique inserted in the lineup for Game 3. He scores. McLeod reinserted along with Corey Perry. And don't think for a moment that Perry Perry doesn't make a certain difference between periods, before the game, that presence in the room. It's not the same when he's around the team but sitting in the press box.
He gets the puck to the net as well. He creates collateral damage because he can drive it. He's got the courage and the conviction to take it hard to the hole. That's really his game at this stage of the hash marks in. He's still an elite player. Yeah, he can't skate the way he once could. He's not a first-line player anymore, but he can create offensive opportunity. By the way, take a look at that jackpot, Jack.
That is looking at, $5.4 million we've got. Wow. And it's worthy of Bob bringing it up because you still got 8 minutes to get involved with the early bird prizing for that Ford Maverick. Again, our 50-50 jackpot sitting at $5.44 million. Make-A-Wish Canada and YMCA of Northern Alberta, your beneficiaries. The Oilers have shaken off the early 2-0 deficit. They're in command of Game 4, leading 4-2 with 20 minutes to play. Now, they've got to close the deal. Reed and Rob will tell you how they plan to do that over the final 20 minutes when we come back to Rogers Place. Sold out as per usual. The Stanley Cup playoffs and Ford Dealers NHL hockey are on the Oilers Radio Network.
Get ready to live sky high. Sky Signature Suites offers remarkable units for rent, featuring sophisticated floor plans, designer finishes, resort-like amenities, and
for much more from the Oilers penalty killers. They have killed off 22 consecutive minors, and tonight against the Dallas Stars, they score shorthanded. Janmark from Brown. That's your look into the highlight zone for Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos, 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the winter zone. Leon Draisaitl scored 51 seconds later. Rob Brown and the Oilers are up 4-2 after 2 periods, despite having fallen behind 2-0 early in this game. What can you say about this PK? Just phenomenal.
Well, during the Oilers' 16-game winning streak in the regular season, we talked about it and why were they winning. And at that point, I said that their penalty killing has been more important to this team than their power play. Now you get into the playoffs, and it's even more an important role for this team and why it's here in the semifinals. The opposition is getting nothing on it. They're losing momentum, and tonight in a tie game when the Oilers, there's a little fear in the crowd as the Dallas Stars go on the power play. At the end of the power play, the Oilers had scored and created momentum. The next shift they come out and score again. So the penalty killing has been phenomenal. Give credit to the role players playing that role. And to me, if the Edmonton Oilers move on to the Stanley Cup Finals, and it's still a long ways away, it will be on the back of an incredible penalty-killing unit in the streak that they've been on.
And then, like I said, Draisaitl 51 seconds later. It's funny, after the first period, I said you're not going to beat Ottinger clean. Leon Draisaitl probably accepted that. I mean, right where he wants it and just fires away.
Well, it was a team reeling. The Dallas Stars, they have an opportunity in a tight game that, goals are at a premium, and they have their opportunity in the power play, and they lose momentum. And there's a sag on the bench, and we all know that when the Oilers kill off a penalty, the next shift out comes Leon, Connor, and Hyman, and they try to feed off the energy that the penalty killers gave them. So they have a Dallas Star team that right now is deflated because they just gave up the shorthanded goal, and out comes the next shift. Now, added to that, one of the reasons that Dallas was a little off-kilter coming out of their power play is they lost one of their best players. Chris Tanev was not playing at that point, so when the Dallas Stars get out after the power play, they don't have their stalwart defensive player, and the Edmonton Oilers took full advantage of that. The third period, when you look at the bench for the Dallas Stars, when they get their full lineup out there, if Chris Tanev is not on the bench, that is a humongous loss for this team, the Dallas Stars, and it won't be just for this game. If he can't come back in this game, then to me that means there's something wrong with his foot. He's broken. because he is one of the toughest hockey players in the National Hockey League. If he can't come back in this game, I can't see him coming back in this series. Now, that's a blunt statement, but the loss of Chris Tanev, this is a team that plays 4.5 defensemen. They are now playing without one of the guys that plays 27 minutes. And a Petrovic, who they like to get about 10 minutes of ice time, is going to have to play 15. And Suter, who they like playing about 13 or 14 minutes, he's going to play around 20. So the Edmonton Oilers have a huge advantage if there's no Tanev for the third period.
Shots in that period, 12-8 for the Oilers, 24-14 the advantage for Edmonton in the game. Okay, so 4-2, the building is just alive. I mean, after Draisaitl scored, I could barely hear Bob describing the goal, and I listened to Jack and Bob on a headset. Just an incredible eruption after that goal. But as we said it a lot during the regular season, Rob, and even in the playoffs with the top teams in the league, a 2-goal lead can disappear quickly. How do the Oilers close it out tonight?
Well, they got to keep playing well. The Dallas Stars have had looks in this game, and Stuart Skinner made some big saves in that second period. The Oilers, contest every play in the defensive zone. There can't be an easy opportunity. If it's a 50-50 puck at the far blue line or in the neutral zone, err on the side of caution. Do not pinch and give up an odd man break. Be very conscious, if you're an Oiler, of the Dallas Stars who are flying the zone as they're continuing to do that. But the Oilers are playing well. I mean, even when they were down 2-0 early in this hockey game, it wasn't as though they were being hemmed in. It was just a couple bad breaks. So this is a good Oiler team. They know how to finish. This is a good Dallas Stars team. And I expect a Dallas Star push early in this period. And you're probably going to need 1 or 2 big saves from Stuart Skinner.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Johnston and Lindell in the first period, McLeod and Bouchard in the first, and then, as we were telling you, Janmark and Draisaitl in rapid succession in the second period. And by the way, Skinner, the crowd was still cheering from the goal. Skinner made a great save on Dodonov about 45 seconds after Draisaitl scored.
Fantastic save. It looked like Dodonov had Skinner out in a wide open net. He was a little surprised. Skinner's made some big saves. The Oilers fell behind 2-0 early, and then there was a play, I think it was Duchesne, got a spinorama that Skinner makes a fantastic save, then gets it just to go wide of the post. If that goes in, it's 3-0. That's a different score to come back from, 3-0 instead of the 2. So Skinner's been very good in this hockey game. The Edmonton Oilers have gotten to Ottinger a bit, and the Oilers have 20 minutes to go right now to force this into a best of 3 and go back to Dallas all tied up 2-2.
The 50-50 draw is at 11. It's helping out Make-A-Wish Canada, the YMCA of Northern Alberta, and the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation's initiative, Every Kid Deserves a Shot. EdmontonOilers.com/5050. You know where to go. You may want to go there if you haven't already. A lot of people have, Rob. The jackpot's $5.6 million, or $5.56 million.
Yeah, that'd be a tidy sum to take home. It's one where you win it.
You only get half that, but still.
What's that?
I'd take it.
2.75?
Yeah, not bad.
I'd call Holly up, tell her, I just won 100,000, sweetheart. Here's 50. It's all good.
All right, 4-2 Oilers after 2. This is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Chemco's building industry across Canada, and now they're on the lookout for civil and electrical project managers, estimators, and superintendents to join their dedicated team. Why Chemco? Because Chemco cares. They put people first, offering top-tier compensation packages and an unwavering commitment to safety. At Chemco, safety isn't just a priority, it's everybody's business. Ready to be part of a team that truly values you? Visit chemco.com/careers today.
Honey, I overloaded the washing machine and there's a mini waterfall pouring through the basement roof.
We'll fix it. Don't worry, babe.
And I might have horribly shrunk your lucky jersey.
Ouch! Life happens. Access Insurance can help. The save of the game is brought to you by Access Insurance. When Albertans need it most, they know they can count on the Access Insurance team for a huge save. It's easy to switch and save. Check out their Google reviews.
Visit accessinsurancegroup.com.
Proudly headquartered in Edmonton, Capital Power is powering change by changing power. Be part of the energy and join Capital Power in cheering on our Edmonton Oilers. From Ice District and across oil country, as they chase another championship banner. Visit capitalpower.com to learn about how they're delivering reliable and affordable power for communities today and creating innovative solutions for a clean electricity future.
This is Global News. Second intermission. I'm Randy Kilburn. Some Millwoods residents shocked by the hit and run from early this morning that 630 Ched's been telling you about pretty much all day. A 13-year-old boy was run down and killed by someone a little before 4 o'clock this morning on 34th Avenue between Millwoods Road East and 48th Street. Kathleen Iwanchuk lives in the area, often hears cars speeding down the road right middle of the night.
Why would they leave? If I hit someone, even in the middle of the night, I'd freak out and I'd get out of my vehicle to see if I could help them, and I'd phone 911. What is wrong with people?
Police are looking for a 2014 to 2018 blue Mazda 3 that they think has damage to its front end and to the driver's side. You can see stock photos of the suspect vehicle in the story. It's on our website at 630ched.com. I'm Randy Kilburn. Your next scheduled newscast is coming up after tonight's playoff game here on 630 Ched.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to the Edmonton Airport. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, you can always enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options or try your luck at off-track betting. And now you can feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Century Casino has it all. Come for the action, stay for the fun.
Hey parents, do you work in downtown Edmonton? Childcare is hard to find, but at Kepler Academy, inside Sun Life Place, we still have some space for children 12 months to 6 years old. Located at 101 23 Hull Street, Kepler Academy Sun Life Place is an award-winning early learning and childcare provider, voted Edmonton's top choice for 4 years in a row. Visit KeplerAcademy.ca. Mention this ad and your registration fees will be waived.
The intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Killed off 22 in a row in the postseason, a club record. Now a steal by Draisaitl behind it, back to Draisaitl. Shoots and scores! 4-2! Edmonton extends to a 2-goal lead. All right, Jack Michaels with the call there as we check the Pizza 73 scoreboard. Pizza 73, official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Memorial Cup round robin ends with London beating Saginaw 4-2. So London into the final. Saginaw will play Moose Jaw in the semifinal. Baseball tonight. Blue Jays knock off the White Sox 3-1. The Oilers coming out for the third period. They lead the Dallas Stars 4-2 in Game 4 of the Western Conference Final. Jack and Bob coming up. Fort Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
There's only one line of trucks that's outsold all others for 58 years. Only one with the available Power Boost hybrid engine on select models that delivers performance and efficiency. It's the truck that all others are measured by. You know the one. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Right now, lease the 2024 F-150 STX with black appearance package at 2.49% APR for up to 24 months with $4,800 down. That's just $228 bi-weekly. Visit your Alberta Ford store or Ford.ca for details.
Straining to find the right home? You're going to love this. For a limited time, get back in the game with a free Oiler Fan Cave basement by Coventry Homes. This playoff package includes a free basement, plus an exclusive Oiler Fan Cave, complete with their signature customizable designs and top shelf finishes at no additional cost. Because flexibility is within reach. Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
I'm Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
And I'm Zach Hyman.
And when we're not making juicy, sweet passes
or having my goals disallowed,
we're working for Legacy Heating and Cooling.
You know, guys used to call me a plumber.
And now they call you an AC repairman.
Nice.
Hey, guys, you're not here to fix air conditioners. You're here to sing the jingle.
Oh.
Well.
Okay.
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
No payments and no interest for 1 year from qualified installers. Legacy Heating and Cooling.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
4-2 hockey game, Edmonton with 20 minutes to play in Game 4. The Oilers looking to even this best-of-7 series in 2 games apiece and go down to Texas in a tie series with a best-of-3 to decide the Western Conference champion. And once again, as was the case in Game 3, there's an area of the ice above the right circle, the circle right of Stuart Skinner and the blue line, that's been a trouble spot. The referees gave it due attention, and Chris Rooney says, we're ready to play. So here we go. Shots are 24-14 Edmonton, 4-2 Oilers, and Draisaitl wins the opening faceoff of the third against Wyatt Johnston. Oilers send it clattering off the end boards. Corey Perry in on the forecheck. Golfed out by Dallas. Center ice, Ryan Suter. No Chris Tanev for the Dallas Stars. So they're going to finish this game with 5 defensemen, including Petrovic, who, of course, spent the entirety of the year in the American Hockey League except for 1 game. Entirety of the last 5 years. In over the line, McLeod to Perry in front, and that somehow eluded Darnell Nurse, who was sitting on the doorstep. And the Stars bring it the other way. Stankoven got run over by Nurse. Pop back up to his credit. Triple team down low and somehow keeps the puck alive along the end boards and wins the puck. Turns and fires at a save made by Skinner. Rebound batted around. Hintz in the vicinity. And the Oilers come away. What an individual effort by Stankoven.
Good little player.
Ryan McLeod got it in deep. Up the left-hand side. Looking to clear. Hyman snatched it right back. Now you've got McDavid trying to pull his way to the front of the net. Offering support. Nugent-Hopkins in the right corner. Hyman back on Lindell. Heavy pressure by Edmonton with 1:15 gone by in the third period. Hyman's return pass to McDavid off the mark. And Hintz is able to clear back through the middle for Dallas. But the Stars trail by 2 goals after leading 2-0 with 6.5 to go in the first period. Edmonton has scored 4 unanswered. McLeod, Bouchard, Janmark shorthanded the go-ahead goal, and then Draisaitl followed it 51 seconds later. Those 2 goals turned a 2-2 tie after 1 into a 4-2 game for Edmonton. Kane and Holloway down the right-hand side. Hard hit Petrovic in the corner, battling his Adam Henrique. Slashed free to Cody Ceci. Right point, he'll wind it around for Kane. Against Thomas Harley, circles, centers, and that went off a stick and flew down the ice. Stuart Skinner out to handle, and he'll dish off. Biding his time and jamming one up the right-hand side is Philip Broberg, who looks awfully poised. His first game in 3 weeks, Bobby. Played a couple of playoff games in the American Hockey League, but that's been it. Been a layoff for him. He did play games 81 and 82 for Edmonton during the regular season. Heiskanen backhanding it up the right-hand side. Sent ahead by Steele, a shot by Dadonov, and a save made by Stuart Skinner. Here's Radek Faksa on the puck for Dallas. Turns and fires into a crowd. Deflected over to Connor Brown. He'll look up ice, wisely keep the puck on his stick. Skate to center. And a soft chip will chase Dallas back. Brown wanted to pursue that puck, but Ryan had not tagged back onside. And much to Brown's chagrin, the faceoff will come out near center. With 3 minutes having elapsed in this third period, and the Oilers holding a 4-2 lead. Game 5 will be Friday night in Dallas. We'll have it for you 6:30 Mountain Time from the American Airlines Center, where Edmonton split the first 2 games of this series, winning 3-2 in overtime in the opener, and then losing 3-1 in Game 2. Off the draw. Stars victories 3-1 and 5-3, essentially 1-goal games with an empty netter. Broberg up the left-hand side. Wyatt Johnston had the puck elude him. Ceci back to Broberg. Looks up ice, fires one to Draisaitl. I don't think he got a stick on it. That's going to be an icing call against Edmonton. At times tonight, the Oilers looking for their wingers have not had the requisite touch on the puck, so faceoff will come back in the Edmonton zone. 16:41 left in regulation, 4-2 Oilers.
Do have a couple center options here with Draisaitl along with Ryan McLeod. The Oilers won the majority of the faceoffs in the first period, 62%, but Dallas won 60% in the second. Pretty much even in this game.
Draisaitl won the draw. First Oiler in 33 years to go back-to-back 10-goal playoff campaigns. Fired up the left-hand side. Esa Tikkanen, the last Oiler to do it in 1990 and 91. Here's Jason Robertson, centering pass, and that one off the tape of Rope hits. Here's Hyman looking for McDavid. Charging down the middle, Nugent Hopkins. Hyman cuts in front with a backhander that's deflected off the mark. McDavid in hot pursuit of the puck. He'll set up Matthias Ekholm. He'll swing it around the boards. Gathered by Tyler Seguin, trying to wrench his stick free. Finally did so, and then hacked Nugent Hopkins. And again, Bob, his stick was held. He slashes back. They're not going to call.
They're not going to call any of that.
Here's Hyman.
It might have been a call in the regular season.
Checked by Harley. What, the hold or the slash?
Should have called a
There
both.
were two penalties. Up the middle.
No country for old men hockey right now, Jack.
Off the heel of the stick, here's Joe Pavelski. The drop off for Matt Duchene. Cutting to his right. Pulls up in the corner. Firing. Shot was blocked. Slapped away by Holloway. Oilers have numbers coming the other way. 3-on-2. Holloway. Kane, left wing. Shot. Yes, tie blocker. Rebound hard off the glass, and now it's Dallas a 3-on-2. Matt Duchene to Mason Marchment, left wing, shoots, and a save made. Stuart Skinner. Marchment trying to catch Skinner cheating on a potential on-man rush, and Skinner never left that near post. Durst working over Pavelski. Marchment's pass intended for Suter, broken up and sent down the ice. Oilers 4, Stars 2, 5 minutes gone by. In this third period, here's Sam Steele to Dodonov. Loose in the corner, recovered by Foxa. Out to Harley. Back to Foxa, right corner. Backhand centering pass. Got in on the pads of Skinner. Kicked out by Ceci. Janmark, who scored the shorthanded go-ahead goal. And again, I mean, we'll see. Well, it may turn the series. We'll see. Brown to Derek Ryan. But it's a monumental moment in this game for sure. Stars working up the left-hand side. Ceci will pound it around the boards for Connor Brown. He's drilled by Foxa. The puck pried loose. And the Stars up the left-hand side. Dodonov, a steal. Tripped up Draisaitl. Crowd screaming for a call. None forthcoming. Steal to Heiskanen up the right-hand side. It's guided in by the Stars, and Skinner out to handle. Drops it off for Bouchard. Dances through a check to Ekholm. Served up left-hand side, and McLeod got it in deep. Draisaitl and Perry thunder in on the forecheck. Draisaitl tried to give it up to Perry. Cycle disrupted and cleared by Suter. Up the left-hand side is Stankoven, spinning but could not get through. Ekholm cut him off. Dallas forced to finish this game with 5 defensemen. Draisaitl shoveled it behind Suter. Heiskanen coming over to cover up against Corey Perry. Tried to borrow his way to the inside. Didn't realize a path had been closed off. Finally dumped in the corner. And Johnston takes an outlet and scoops it toward the Oiler net. Skinner elected not to fall on that one for Edmonton. Robertson was erased by a hit from Kulak, but got it back to Lindell. Centering pass, and Hintz could not poke that one home. It hopped out of play with 13:05 left in regulation. Edmonton 4, Dallas 2. Little scrum in the far corner. Nothing major. Couple of face washes. Couple of how-do-you-dos. And we'll take time out from Rogers Place. Sold out as per usual. And the Oilers 13 minutes away from tying this best-of-7 Western Conference final at 2 games apiece. It's Edmonton by a deuce, and this is 4 Dealers NHL Hockey. The Oilers Radio Network.
International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 955, is one of Alberta's largest and most diverse union locals in the province. Members work in everything from construction and maintenance to pipelines, renewables, healthcare, education, municipalities, and more. They are a big part of Alberta's past and will be a big part of Alberta's future. Apprenticeship, jobs, pension. That's IUOE Local 955. Visit joinustoday.ca to learn more, and let's go Oilers!
At Northern Lakes College, students work, raise their family, and complete their certificate, diploma, or partnership degree. With NLC's supported distance learning model, you can do it all in a flexible online classroom. Programs in academic upgrading, business, health, human services, resource technology, university studies, and more, including a wide range of courses available through continuing education. Skate into your new career in a learning environment that works for you. NorthernLakesCollege.ca. Everywhere you need them to be.
The Brick and the Edmonton Oilers both started right here in Edmonton back in the 70s. And we know nothing is more exciting than playoff hockey. We're next to you in the stands, painted blue and orange, cheering our hearts out. And when we're not there, we're in our stores, making sure you have everything you need to cheer them on in your home. We're proud of this city and its rich sports history. The Brick, supporting the Edmonton Oilers and fans right from the beginning. Let's go, Oilers.
You're listening to Oilers Hockey on 630 CHED and on the Radio Player Canada app.
What an exciting series this Western Conference Final has turned out to be. Almost an NBA feel with the constant runs even within periods.
Except, unlike the NBA, the NHL's got two very competitive playoff series for the conference finals.
4-2 Oilers against the Dallas Stars. Edmonton, like the Florida Panthers last night, trying to even its conference final at 2 games apiece. Game 5 in Dallas, 6:30 on Friday night. That's Mountain Time. Face off right side of Skinner. Oh, right off the draw. Sagan directed one on net. Skinner was able to kick that one out on a big hit. Absolutely crushed was Robertson by Hyman. Robertson popped up to Hintz to Sagan. A wrist shot and a glove save made by Skinner from the top of the left circle. Robertson popped right back up after that hit and hit Hintz, who in turn fed Sagan. And Skinner, a quality save, his 17th of the night.
Looked worse than it was. The Hyman play. Maybe. Could have been a penalty, Jack. Got to tell you. I know we're the Oilers broadcasters, but if that situation was reversed, you'd be appealing for a call there.
One power play aside. Sagan trying to beat Skinner glove side. Didn't get it up enough. Face off Duchesne. Beaten cleanly off the draw by Draisaitl. Nurse to McLeod. Corey Perry backhands it in deep. Ottinger will leave it. Stars whistling up the left-hand side. Marchment backs his way in, but lost the puck. Kulak knocked it away for Draisaitl at center. He's run off the puck, and it's shot in by Pavelski. Around the boards, Oilers first on it. Kulak over to Darnell Nurse. Angles a hard pass. Perry reeled it in. Tried to get it to Draisaitl, overran the play. The Oilers have to tag back up, and Draisaitl wisely just gets it in deep. 12 minutes to play, third period.
Still no shots on goal for the Oilers.
Dallas has 5. Roddick Fox in over the line, and that's offside. Whistled against Dallas. 8 minutes gone by in the third period. Skinner, quality save on Sagan. I wouldn't say that Edmonton has been, just defending in its own end, however. But it's a valid point. You'd like a little more traffic. Give Ottinger something to think about. Maybe counter and create some odd man rushes. They did have an odd man rush. Never got a shot off. Foxa lining up against Henrique. Won the draw in the neutral zone. Nurse to Kulak. Angled up the right-hand side for Holloway. Taken away by Foxa. And now center of the ice, Suter. Tough pass, and Nurse just steamrolled Dodonov. Foxa races over to help his fallen teammate. 5 players after it. Suter to Dodonov. He's able to drag it back over the blue line, and then Henrique was absolutely pulverized by Nice steal, sent off balance. Henrique calling for a substitute. Turnover Dallas. Holloway to Evander Kane. Tried to drag his way through Lindell and left the puck behind. Lindell to steal. Right side to Donoff. Never found it. Cleared by Ekholm back to the middle. And it's Connor McDavid, who, by the way, McDavid and Draisaitl are now 1-2 in the scoring race again in the Stanley Cup playoffs. McDavid has taken over the lead. 27 points, Draisaitl 26. Together, the two hope to carry Edmonton into a 2-2 series tie. But the depth has been there tonight, and it hasn't been all McDavid and Draisaitl tonight. Not by a long shot. McDavid to Nugent-Hopkins. Given up center ice. McDavid lost the handle. Nugent-Hopkins was there in support. And he'll kick it back for Bouchard, and we're down to 10:40 remaining. Lifted in by Nugent-Hopkins. McDavid can't get there. And even though Edmonton does not have a shot on net, the 4-2 lead the Oilers held after 2 remains intact. Robertson shoots it in. Sagan sealed off the wall by Janmark. Hintz pursued by Ceci. And here comes the fourth line again. What a series they've had. Connor Brown digging in hard. In the corner, he set up Janmark. Does it again. Left circle. This time Janmark doesn't shoot. Out to Ceci. Right circle shot tipped. Bounced wide of Ottinger on the short side and gathered by Lindell. Shoveled back to center. Janmark knocked it down. Took a hook from Sagan that wasn't called. There's jabbing. There's cross-checking at the two-player benches. Dallas comes away with the puck. Duchesne rolls off a hit from Brown. Fires a dart to Dadonov. In over the line against Darnell Nurse. Defended him well. Draisaitl threw it over to Corey Perry. Shot up the boards by Kulak. And a good play by McLeod to make sure that puck got in deep. It does. Lead pass off target from Petrovic. They'll wave off icing, though. I don't know why. The Oilers then pitchforked it the other way. Kulak got a friendly bounce. That gets it on net. Ottinger has to steer it over to Petrovic. Lead pass left wing. Marchment could not dance his way through Bouchard. Well played by Bouchard and McLeod. Forced to give it up at the Dallas line. Duchesne to Dadonov, and it's sent in deep by the Dallas Stars. The Oilers in the blue and orange, traveling left to right in the third period with a 2-goal lead. 9 minutes remaining in Game 4. Nugent-Hopkins got a piece, sent it in deep. Stars up the left-hand side. Foxa to Sam Steele. Choked off at center. Bouchard touched on, and now it's Connor McDavid. Cuts to his left, spins. Going to get a shot away against Heiskanen. McDavid back to Nugent-Hopkins. Oilers now have been credited with 1 shot on net here in this third period. Dallas has forced another borderline icing. It dropped dead, I believe, before the goal line, so a good no call there. And it's hoisted back the other way by Nugent-Hopkins. Hyman left wing, a wrist shot off the rush, and a save made by Ottinger. Edmonton's second shot of the period. Turned over by Dallas at center. Kane looking to Hyman. Left circle. Cross-checked a couple of times by Lindell. Puck hops off the glass. Trying to hunt it down was Adam Henrique. Could not do it. Hyman tripped. Belted by Ben. Henrique came over. And Dallas will be on the power play with 8:09 remaining in the third period. Wyatt Johnston has drawn his fair share of penalties in this series. He drew one late in Game 3 that blunted Edmonton's bid for a comeback. And now Hyman to the box, and Dallas at second power play of the night on the other side of this break. Tripping on Hyman. Edmonton 4, Dallas 2. 8:09 left in Game 4. This is the Western Conference Final, live from sold-out Rogers Place with Ford Dealers NHL Hockey, the Oilers Radio Network.
McDavid trying to come in with speed. Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores.
Hey, Edmonton. Rogers wants you to stay connected to your Edmonton Oilers.
Connor McDavid. Fantastic.
Catch every goal on Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network with Rogers 5G mobile plans. To learn more, visit rogers.com/5G. That's rogers.com/5G.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
As the excitement heats up on the ice, why not heat things up at home too with Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. There's no better pairing for hockey than hot, delicious pizza delivered right to your door. So whether you're cheering from the arena or your living room, make sure you've got Pizza 73 on your team. Order now and fuel your playoff passion with the perfect pie. Remember, on game nights, don't just watch, deliver with Pizza 73.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Oilers have killed 22 in a row for the Dallas Stars in terms of power plays. They'll look to make it 23 and take a giant step towards securing Game 4. Face-off, won by Derek Ryan. The Oilers' second opportunity to clear is also knocked down. CC could not get it out, but a poke check by Derek Ryan on a cross-seamer from Heiskanen forces Dallas back into its own end. Ryan will change, replaced by Janmark, who's out there with Nugent Hopkins, Ekholm, and CC on a Napa Auto Parts penalty kill. Janmark already has one shorthand goal in this game and poke checks another puck away from Dallas. Jamie Benn able to recover. In from the left-hand side. Coughed it up. Great play by Kulak and a clear by Connor Brown. And Edmonton's penalty kill about as close to perfect in the Stanley Cup playoffs as you could hope for. Minute 15 to go, and a penalty being served by Zach Hyman for tripping. Miscommunication for the Stars, and they're wasting precious time in their own end. Hintz gave it up for Harley, a change for Dallas. Hasn't had it going at all on the power play in this series. 0 for 8. Here's Duchesne. Wrist shot. Glove save made by Skinner. Rebound. Ricochet to the corner. Stankoven there for the Stars. 4 players on it. Jammed out by McLeod. And back together for Dallas will be Matt Duchesne. He'll send it over to Harley. It hit the official. Stars bogged down in their own end again. They'll change. 35 seconds to go in the man advantage. Active stick, Nugent Hopkins. I mean, this is just near perfect penalty killing by Edmonton. One of the best Stanley Cup penalty killing performances in the history of the league. Third best at last report. Ekholm up the right-hand side. Ceci got it through Harley. And Dallas can't even get set up. Harley back in his own zone. Pumps it ahead for Marchment. Right side and offside whistled against Dallas, cheating a bit. And for the first time, we talked about for the first time in the series, in the first period, Dallas looked unnerved. Dare I say it, for the first time in this series, the Stars look fatigued. Edmonton's playing well, but they look fatigued, the Stars.
The Oilers added 3 new players in the lineup, 2 that can really skate. McLeod and Broberg.
And DeBoer made the switch, Foxa for Smith, trying to keep some semblance of fresh legs, but his club looks a bit tired right now. And that's what happens when you're in the trailing position. I mean, it's true, Edmonton has only 2 shots in the spirit, but Dallas has only 6, and they're trailing by 2. 6 minutes remain. Power play is over. Opening for Foxa. His shot deflected wide of the mark. Rebound, a heavy collision with Steele and Hyman, the pair of 18s, and now McDavid will snap it in. McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman out there 5-on-5. Lindell breaks away from McDavid, jabs it up the right-hand side for Pavelski. Over the line, Foxa could not pull the trigger. Shadowed tightly by Kulak, put it behind the net for Pavelski. Dallas in the white and Kelly Green. A giveaway. A clear by Draisaitl to Hyman, and it's sent in deep. 5.5 minutes separating Edmonton from a tie series. Western Conference Final continues with Game 5 on Friday night. We'll have it for you at 6:30 Mountain Time from the American Airlines Center. This is going to be icing against Edmonton with 5:18 on the game clock and 18,347 ready for a massive celebration.
Still have some work to do. Got to win a draw here if you're Edmonton.
Rope Hintz against Adam Henrique. And Hintz is going to be chased out of there. Replaced by Sagan.
57% man, Sagan going in. He's good on the draws, Jack, as you know.
Sagan lost it to Henrique. Matthias Ekholm ducks behind his own net. Up the right-hand side, Brown stymied by Heiskanen. Worked it over right-hand side. Petrovic ahead, out of the reach of Hintz. Knocked down by Sagan at the point. Henrique tries again. Nice play by Petrovic to hold his own, but he didn't get it down deep enough, and Ekholm able to clear with ease. Brown ridden into the boards. The puck pops loose at center ice. Heiskanen walks it up to the Edmonton line. Robertson to the middle. Hintz couldn't get a stick on it. Now Draisaitl in transition. Left to right. Janmark calling for a replacement. Draisaitl snapped it on net. Rebounded. Ottinger left it out there for a moment. It was kicked to the corner. Draisaitl won't be denied. Came over, gave Sagan a shot. Created for McLeod down low with Holloway moving to the front of the net. McLeod shakes free of traffic. Heiskanen putting him in a blender right now, Ryan McLeod. Put it behind the net. Holloway after it. Robertson squeezed off the puck. Petrovic bothered by McLeod. Dallas bobbled up, and another minute is run off the clock. We're down to 4:09 remaining in this hockey game. Edmonton 4, Dallas 2. The Stars led 2-0. With less than 7 minutes to play in the first period, Edmonton got both back before the period was out, McLeod and Bouchard. Then Janmark the backbreaker, the shorthanded go-ahead goal, followed up by Draisaitl 51 seconds later. Those two goals were scored in the second period. We've had none since, and another clear for Edmonton up the left-hand side.
When does DeBoer pull Ottinger here? You're down by 2.
3:40 remaining in the hockey game. Ben will dump it in. Bouchard hustles it up the right-hand side. Stankoven knocked it down. Big hit, Bouchard. Working over Ben in the corner. McDavid to Nugent Hopkins. Ahead for Zach Hyman. He'll spin and get it down low. Now, with 3:20 remaining, we'll keep an eye on the Dallas net. Stars want to come up ice with puck possession. Right to left, it's Marchment. To the right-hand side to Donov. Still no move. Deflected towards Skinner, who keeps the play moving, and Janmark skates it out of danger. One of his best games ever. Dumps it in. Save made by Ottinger. For me, Janmark has been the MVP tonight. A steal by Henrique. He'll send it back the other way. Brilliant work by Edmonton. And now the Stars haven't gotten a shot for the last 8 minutes of this hockey game. They're stuck on 20 for the entire night. Duchesne with 2:45 to go. Ottinger to the bench. Shot by Sagan. Save Skinner. Net is empty. McLeod tried to hit Holloway at center. Went off his stick. The Stars will move it up the right-hand side. Robertson on target for Sagan. Shadowed by Ekholm. 6-on-5. The net empty. Bouchard on the puck. Poked it free. Batted around up to McLeod. He's got another chance. This time, again, sifts it off the boards. Chases Dallas back. 2:15 to play in Game 4. Edmonton closing in on a victory that will tie the series as it's smacked out of play by Holloway. The crowd roars its approval. Edmonton 4, Dallas 2. Only 2:13 on the game clock. And we've got a face-off coming in front of the Dallas bench when we come back to raucous Rogers Place. This series about to be tied. Edmonton looking to drive home the final nail in 90 seconds. This is Four Dealers NHL Hockey, the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know what I'm a fan of? Alberta. The wide open spaces, the highways and byways, and a rugged, beautiful terrain that I'm proud to call home. Maybe that's why I'm also a fan of my Ford F-150. It's tough, capable, and smart, which makes it a natural fit for roads like these. So if it's a new truck you're looking for, look no further than the truck Albertans love to drive, F-150. Head into your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 955, is one of Alberta's largest and most diverse union locals in the province. Members work in everything from construction and maintenance to pipelines, renewables, healthcare, education, municipalities, and more. They are a big part of Alberta's past and will be a big part of Alberta's future. Apprenticeship, jobs, pension. That's IUOE Local 955. Visit joinustoday.ca to learn more, and let's go Oilers!
Live sky high with remarkable units for rent and for sale at Sky Signature Suites. Currently offering amazing incentives on 1 and 2 bedroom rentals featuring designer finishes, resort-like amenities, and breathtaking views. All of this and more within the heart of Ice District, Edmonton's best address for shopping, dining, entertainment, and fun. Visit skysignaturesuites.com and make your home high above the ordinary.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Winning time for the Edmonton Oilers as we bring you back inside Rogers Place on our Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Nugent Hopkins, Hyman, and McDavid to close the deal up front with Ekholm and Bouchard. 2:13 remain. Ottinger in the pipes right now with that face-off just outside the Dallas blue line. Nugent Hopkins with the draw, and it's slammed in by Ekholm. Did that catch someone on the Dallas bench?
Caught the corner
the
glass.
corner glass.
Yeah.
By the way, Scott Wedgwood, curiously enough, even though he came out for warm-up to start the third period, and I'm not 100% sure, but he hasn't been on the bench since. And maybe it's something I just noticed in the third, but it's curious that he is nowhere to be found. Face off at center. 2:10. McDavid against Wyatt Johnston, who opened the scoring 58 seconds in. Johnston wins the face-off, hammered in by Heiskanen. Ottinger to the bench, 2 minutes to go. Big hit. Bouchard went face first into the glass. McDavid and Nugent Hopkins could not muscle it out. Ben will shovel it down low. Bouchard is up and okay. Ekholm wires it. Score! 190 feet. Ekholm makes it 5-2, and this series is going to be tied.
This has been the series of long-range bombers from the defensemen. Right now, the Oilers are having a conversation on the hit on Evan Bouchard. Corey Perry wants to know why there wasn't a penalty called in that sequence.
Don't bury the lead. This game is over.
Ekholm, you nailed it. 190-footer. 5-2 Edmonton. Just like everybody thought when it was 2-0 Jack. 5:29 of this game for the Stars.
The crowd needed to be revived. The players needed to be revived. And 2 guys inserted into the lineup, hooked up for that first goal. Perry to McLeod, and Edmonton was off and running. Stars break in right side. Quick shot by Sam Steele. A save made by Skinner. He got bowled over. Clear by Janmark down the right-hand side, and his Skinner a bit shaken. Slow to get up, appears okay. Final 90 seconds now of Game 4 with a score 5-2 Edmonton. Stars shoot it in. Skinner works it up the left-hand side for Draisaitl. It'll be an unassisted empty netter for Matthias Ekholm at 18:07, and that's his 4th goal of the playoffs. And the Oilers, from their defense, in this postseason have got 15 goals. Up the left-hand side, not out. Suter to the middle of the ice, broken up. Ottinger still in the pipe, so it's going to be 5-on-5. Minute to go. Pavelski left side to Marchment. Pavelski to the far corner. We'll alert the entire network and those listening on Radio Player Canada app. When it's this loud, Bob and I'll let the story speak for itself. Duchesne, 35 seconds. Marchment to Suter. Puck out of play. Off right side of Skinner. High I hope the sound is as good as I think it is. But that last 15 seconds tells you there is an atmosphere unlike any other. And it's only found in Edmonton. Sam Steele, right side to Suter. We want the cup. Final 12 seconds. Steele shot blocked. This one's over. This series is tied. Will make their way to center and acknowledge unquestionably an unrivaled atmosphere in this league and for that matter any other. The Western Conference Final is down to a best of 3. The Oilers reel off 5 unanswered goals, Bob, and with this building quieted, they revived the crowd, they used their depth, and their depth was the difference tonight. Janmark the game winner, and McLeod with the goal that got everything started. Let's go ringside. Matthias Ekholm is with our Brendan Escott.
Yeah, Matthias, you know what? Maintaining momentum in this series, obviously, even within the game, difficult for your team until tonight. What was different about this effort?
I think we try our best every game, but it felt like it was something different tonight. I thought nobody was happy with that 10 minute segment in the second period last game, and I think the guys showed up tonight in a way that when we do this, we're a team to beat. I think we're as hard as anybody to beat in this, whoever's left, and